Alright. Hello, hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well out there. I don't have this set up the way I want. There we go, that's better. Oh, we are so close to a level up. Alright, welcome to the stream. Hey, Cole, welcome. I know I promised you guys a Frostpunk stream, like Thursday or Friday, but I had some stuff pop up. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't really feel like getting into it, but I had some personal stuff happen. And so I just didn't. That's kind of how that went. But we're gonna do Fallout today, and then we'll do more Frostpunk here. Not tomorrow. Monday. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a makeup stream tomorrow. I haven't decided. But we'll do some Fallout today. That's just the siren going here. I got Hancock and some nice armored suspenders. I think that just looks good. Hey, JR. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. I've been playing around with these. I don't really know how to use them super well, but I've been playing around with it a little bit. And I'm using it to make Hancock's, for, like, the armor of the gun I prefer him use. And then this is kind of cool, this auto loom, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So we're just going to let this make a little bit more ammo for him. And then we're going to hop over off stream. I unlocked Spectacle Island. So I did all of the stuff you do there. But I haven't done any building there yet. I went to one of my other settlements and sent a supply line there. So, like, I'll be able to have full access to the workshop. But that place is gigantic, which I'm sure everybody but me knew. But we're going to have some fun. Playing around on Spectacle Island today. And then after we get a lot of that done, we can hop out. What are you doing, dear? We can hop out and do some story stuff, maybe. But I'm really just looking forward to doing a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's good enough for now. Let's just go ahead and go. That'll keep making stuff later. What is this? Oh, the bridge. Right. So this is where we are at in the story. I still need to do the Mechanist stuff. But we're going to hop over and just play on Spectacle Island for a bit, I think. Which I'm pretty excited about. Brr, hello, Bear. It is wonderful to see your name. I hope you are doing well. So here we are. So, again, everybody but me probably knows this, but if you don't, look how gigantic this place is. Like, that's the boundary. And it goes all the way over here, and all the way around, and all the way back behind. There. Now, it looks like we've got a lot of Mirelurks. Mirelurkin. I should have the thing going that, like, made them all stop, but I guess they're gonna keep respawning, which is fine. Yeah, I hear another one. But it might be a good time to actually work on those beta wave emitters that I've been really wanting to do. And those, I guess, make certain enemies, like, tame or whatever. And I think it would be fun to set some of those up here if we're going to have a lot of Mirelurks. But I don't have the ability to build one yet. So I don't have the signal set up here yet. I don't think I will until we get a little planning figured out. So there's a lot. There's a lot. This place is huge. Because it goes all the way into that ship. So, like, even the ship is inside the boundaries. So I want to decide, like, where are we going to set up camp, basically. Because there's going to be a lot of room. And apparently we can trash, like, most of this building. Which we might do. I want to see what our options are inside the ship. Because the ship might be kind of cool, too. I might actually make the ship where John and I live, depending on if there's, like, a good setup for that. Because a lot of times, especially with the bigger settlements, I like to have a space, like, that's his and mine. I've learned you have to put whatever bed you want in there last. Because otherwise... Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Otherwise... Sorry, I just got a text from somebody. I'll check that in a bit. In a minute. Yeah, so you want to put that bed down last, otherwise everybody will sleep in yours, but it's kind of a cute little area, so like maybe we will, or maybe I'll just make this like, you know, all space. But like even that boat is inside, so there's gonna be a lot of crafting going on, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'd love to make this wire better. We can get more power going here, but like I might leave the boat alone, and I might make this John and I's place. That boat is a thing, but I'm thinking in terms of like the main part. Wrong button. There we go. Stop. Game. I'll probably reuse the houses for most of the settlers. So I'm gonna start taking everything down over here and make a space for settlers to come in. And then we can get the recruitment beacon going, and then we can like work on the rest of the island basically while we're waiting for people to arrive. And I think that would be a good way to handle it. So we have this house. We can try to fix it up a little bit. It's pretty run down. This is kind of a cool little greenhouse area that I like. This is a nice little workshop area. So I might maintain that for that sort of thing. But down here, it's a pretty usable space. This would be probably a better like hangout area. And I could potentially put some flooring in here and like not have the boathouse, but we'll see. But I want to see how usable this house is. I've watched a couple of videos recently that have given me a better idea of how to renovate homes. We can always do that too. But this is where I want to start, because this is where we can at least get some beds down. But we need to make this look a little bit better. So none of this can change. This is just how it is, which is a little bit gross. But what we might do is actually wall this off. And like not really utilize this space, and then just kind of have everybody come in. Hey, Carlos, welcome. Good to see you. I was saying earlier, I was not able to do the other Frostpunk stream earlier in the week like I wanted to. But that's just kind of how it goes. But today we're going to work on Spectacle Island. So right now what I'm trying to decide is, do I want to renovate this space? Do I want to build a whole new area? Because I really like the idea of using this house, but like you have all of this dirt on the ground and stuff, and obviously I'm playing no mods, so I can't do fancy stuff with it. But I mean, we can get a lot of flooring and ceiling over this part, right? Like we could just put a whole new ceiling in and use this section and then not really use that much of that part of the house. So let's play around with that and see what happens. I currently have no settlers here right now, but I do have a trade route from one of my other settlements, so we have access to pretty much anything we could need. I don't recall being that low on wood, however, that's a little weird to me. But, I mean, we have all of those trees we can scrap, so if it becomes a problem, then... I kind of wonder if I'm low on wood because I don't collect it as much, because in my head I always have a lot of it, you know. Okay, so that's not really flat on the ground. And it doesn't really let me, like, make pieces hover, so maybe if I started with a small piece, like here. So, like, if I put a small piece here, and then went to this, will it snap? Yeah, okay, and I might not keep that small piece there, but it'll just let me get started. But, like, see, if I moved it slightly, so let's grab it like this. There we go. And kind of, like, get it away from that wall. and see if I can't make this work. I saw green, but it's just stacking on top of, which I don't really want. Understand why this is doing this. So then what if we moved this little one? I like how you can defy physics if you do it after. I always found that interesting. Maybe I just need to... So how are you all doing today? It is a Saturday, which is always lovely. So I can do a half piece. This is a shack upper floor instead of a regular floor, which is fine. Okay, so I could go half out. About here. I could probably fill that in more with half pieces. We just might be doing a lot of half pieces. Which isn't the end of the world. Not necessarily my preference, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. I see what's happening. That's the problem. Okay. But I can't go any... Well, I can go a little bit more that way. I wonder... Hold on. Can we... Scooch-a-doo? Scooch it. Ooh, there we go. That's pretty nice. That's very nice. So can I do a full piece? Oh, I can do a full piece. I saw it. It existed. It existed in the world. Oh, that's even better than what I had going. I love that. Okay. Alright, let's get a lot of baby pieces going again. Okay, okay. Look at this. Look at it coming together. Alright, I can work with that. So you can come up these stairs. People should be able to step up on there. Should not be a problem. And then we have at least this whole area. And I can actually extend the house out if I need to. So now let's fill in here. Looks like small pieces might be the better way again. What might actually be better is these pieces don't match as smooth, but I might be able to get more in line what I'm trying to do if I do the scaffolding pieces. Maybe not. See, that'll at least like do that. So again, it'll be like another little baby half step up. And there'll be a little bit of a hole because there always is with the scaffolding. But then we can go this way, and then that's just like a little bit more room, yeah? I mean, it's at least enough room where we can like slide a bed in here, you know? If that's the goal. For some reason... gonna be mismatching floors and it's gonna be driving people crazy. Just for some reason I have the Roller Coaster Tycoon music stuck in my head. Just the da 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 da. I'm sure there was a better way to do what I'm trying to do too. Whatever. It's the way I chose to do it. Dang it. I think another thing we could potentially do is put a floor in here, but make it like a little taller. Hold on. I want to see, what does this look like downstairs? So if we came in, we keep this part of the house, right? You can come in, let's store, scrap, and it's going to put stuff in the workbench. So if we come in here, this is now still kind of open. This area is now, like, covered. But the floor is kind of terrible. It's also super dark. I'll eventually get some lighting in here and it'll be way better. Look at this message. What do we got? Let me see these guys. Somebody texted me something, and I think there's supposed to be a picture, but the picture didn't show up. So I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Can I not have the flashlight on in build mode? Or do I have to, like, turn it on and then go into build mode? Okay, that'll work. That's better. See, it's just this big old mess of an area. That I can't scrap anything in. So I'll probably end up, like, blocking this part off. So, like, you can come in here, maybe. But really, I'll probably end up blocking, like, this whole part of the house off. Even though it is the nice roofed area. Or maybe I'll make... don't do that. What I could do is this could enter into one part of the house, and this could be blocked off. And then this could be, like, another little area where you could kind of come in and out, maybe. Because it will have ceiling. There's some options. But I think right now, let's try fixing this wall. Let's do that. Can I... Ooh, see, it's taller than one of these pieces. What about barn walls? Barn walls or warehouse walls are both going to be a little bit taller. So the barn walls are significantly taller. What about warehouse walls? Also significantly taller, but would work. Would definitely work. Can I attach this from outside? Might look a little bit better. That doesn't look half bad, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Picture came through. Okay, sorry. My friend of mine just sent me a picture saying she's going to see Need to Breathe, the band, which is a band I really enjoy. So that was very exciting. Okay, so now we have this little room. And I can pop a little something there, so we can have a little space in here too. And I'll probably make this entire house like lodging. I think that would be fun. Let's get some more wood. Apparently I'm low on that for some reason. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just quick save real fast. Those are supposed to be not invisible, and I don't know why they're invisible, so it's making me worried that the game is gonna crash. Okay. What else? See, this is frustrating, because it's such a cool area, but like this whole spot has so many things I'd love to get rid of, but like you can't. For some reason. Hey, Erland, welcome! Welcome to a crafting stream. How are you doing today? You enjoying the summer? Let's see, we'll put some more stuff up on the outside here. We're just having a little fun building some stuff here in Fallout. See, this is not working. For whatever reason. I don't think a different piece will make a difference, but maybe like the half ones are... Oh, the half ones go in. Let's try that. Hey, we leveled up. Excellent. I would like to put something over that. Oh, I see. It's again because of this stupid pile of rubble. So maybe if I try to do it from the inside, it might see what I need it to do. What do we got? Yeah, there we go. Oop. Okay. Yeah. That's at least, like, protection from the elements, right? Hey, Cal! Say good morning to you. Yeah. Let's see. Incorrective experiment from larger than Ireland. Yeah, good morning to you. That was close. It wasn't good, though. I can't really do an Irish accent. I can kind of work up to an Irish accent, but I can't come out of the gate with an Irish accent. Okay. So this is at least closed off, and we can make like a smaller internal room here. Mahir, welcome, welcome. Look at everybody coming out for the Spectacle Island. Good to see you again. I'm still hoping that I'm not completely bungling your name. But it is lovely to see you again. I found Spectacle Island and we're building it up. We're making a place for our people. Our future people. I haven't even opened up the beacon, so no one's coming yet. But I'm trying to make space for everybody. Okay, so they'll come up here. We won't really use these harder to walk in areas, so I'll need to wall this off. We'll need to get more things on the floor. Me here. As in, me here, you there. Me here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thank you. I appreciate the help greatly. I wonder if there's any floor pieces in here that would... There's no real reason why these floor pieces would work differently, but, like, maybe they would. I haven't actually tried, so, you know, what do I know? So we'll go there. I wonder if I'm actually better off... Concrete ones work any different? Those are roofs, not floors. Get it together, Jess. Oh, there's round bits. Ah, well that changes my entire life. That this has different sized bits. So you're saying if you build it, they will come exactly. What's my main home base, and did I jazz it up with the base building? My main base is Sanctuary, which I know is not particularly exciting. Let me show off the home real quick, guys. Hold on. We'll go... I'm pretty proud of this, actually. I don't know why that is randomly deciding to be on. Liam, welcome. I like your building you have made. Thank you! I appreciate it. We're going to go back to it in just a second. I want to show off the building I have at Sanctuary that I'm very proud of. We made part of it on stream a ways back. It's my power armor station. Me to Sanctuary. Oh, yeah. To Sanctuary Hill, exactly. It'll just take a little while to load, but that's alright. So, I still have this on. This is my power armor barn. I don't know that I've collected all of them. I have 26 suits. 24 of them I found. 2 are frames that I purchased from a store and put parts on. But these are like my main 2 suits, so that's mine. That's Hancock's. But I did get the 2 Nuka ones from Nuka World. I haven't done Far Harbor yet. Adam Cats. This is the Overboss armor and from Nuka. Tesla armor from Mechanist. This is a Brotherhood of Steel set. Raider set. And this is just like a random combination of things. And then up here is the second row. So I have some T-45s. This one is the Minutemen paint, Vault-Tec paint, Abraxo paint for the 51. Not all of these are complete, so these are suits that I'm trying to make complete out of the same pieces. And I'm missing some pieces. And here's a little apartment I made for me and John. And then the third, and then this is just so you can go like right out in your armor. And then third level, so not filled out yet, but there's plenty of room for more. And these are the suits I'm working on. So I think that's an empty frame actually, but these are work in progress. Hey Kathleen, welcome. So I don't really. The only mods I have running is I have a copyright free Diamond City Radio. So like when I'm using Diamond City Radio, it doesn't do anything that will make YouTube angry. And then I have a mod going that makes load times faster. But other than that, I don't have any mods going. There are 3 in Far Harbor and 4 in Nuka World. Okay. Let me count. So I haven't been to Far Harbor yet. Somebody told me there were 2, but 3 is even better. So what did I get in Nuka World? Nuka World, I got these 2. So this was the StarCore one. This I found inside of the Nuka factory ride. I don't know if that counts the overboss armor. And then I feel like I found at least 2. I found one. Yeah, I can't show you the map. In Nuka World, there's the Braddington town, or whatever the town that's named after the guy who made Nuka Cola. And then just above there is a house, and I found a set of armor in there. And I found a set of armor off to the east by a train in Nuka World. And then the overboss armor. So I technically got 5 sets there. I think, if I'm counting correctly, but I may have missed something. Oh yeah, so you can just, I built it so I call it barnstorming doors. So you put your armor on, and then just jump out of here. You don't have to mess around with doors. I always think of Django, my friend, whenever the song plays. Oh no, I have the Atom Cats. Or I have an Atom Cats. So this one is one I bought from them. Unless there's a different set you mean. Like, I haven't found a set of Atom Cat's armor, but I've bought a set of Atom Cat's armor. And then this is another one. You can bop out here, bop on the roof, and jump out and go on about your business. There is 1 in the Vim factory and 2 in the Irony trailer, to your knowledge. In Far Harbor? I'm assuming is what you mean, because I don't know either of those things. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah. I did get it. So I'm pretty, and it's funny because I never wear power armor, but I've become obsessed with having it. I actually do like this one. There's a couple of songs on Diamond City Radio I don't like. There's a couple I really do like, and this is one of the ones I like. So obviously we could put beds in here, but I'd rather keep this as a workspace. I think that's cool. Gregory's here too! And Archie! Wow, everybody coming out on a Saturday. So lovely to see you all. Must be the Diamond City Radio. Been waiting for a while. I know, I promised everybody a stream yesterday, and I had personal stuff come up. I like, there's so many, the only thing I ever really want to be, like, a big, like, partnered YouTube channel for is to get, like, the community page, so I could tell you guys, like, hey, I know I promised to stream, but I can't. And it would be really nice to be able to, like, more easily tell you guys when something happens. These are just, I think these have floors in them. Or maybe, well, no, they'd have to have floors in them. So it must be by set. So, like, domestic. I think in here there's, like, pieces that are floor only or something. Well, you weren't streaming, I caught. Oh no, Archie, that keeps happening! I've had like 3 regulars in the last 2 weeks have Rona. I don't think you can actually catch COVID from the internet, but if you could, apparently you can from my streams. I hope you're okay. That sucks. I had it, I guess not quite almost a year ago, but I had it back in November. Sorry, you meant AGU trailer. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Oh, you did avoid the Rona. Good times. Good, and I'm glad your sister's better. Okay, so that technically that's like 2.5 members. Because Carlos was... I feel like if you're just exposed, it's more like a half. This is another one of the ones I like. Okay, what was I trying to do? While we have the sunlight, I should focus. Isn't that funny? The thought of me focusing. It's hilarious. That joke I just said. Alright, what do we got? Let's try to put in a little bit of a wall. Or fall off. I could fall off the wall too. That helps. Okay. What are you, what places do you guys use as home bases? Like, do you have a home base you always like to do? Or do you have one that's like, do you like rotate? Wish there were like window ones that were not gross, but here we are. That's not gonna line up. Gosh darn freaking dang it. Okay. Surprise you have somehow managed to go the entire damn pandemic without needing to get tested. That's wild. Even like for your work, I would assume they would just make you get tested. Lucky you though. I mean, I love watching your streams. Aw. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, like, I guess it probably has something to do with my drug addict husband, is probably what I would think it is. Replace everywhere mod. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things like that I'm going to look into after I have completed one run. I'm very excited for, what is it called? Sim Settlements is, I think, another kind of better known. Why? Why? Why would I? Why would I do this? Okay. Well, let's take one of the half walls and do that then. There we go. That's something. I could fill this up with, like, furniture or something, I guess. The problem is this is not going to perfectly align. So I might... In fact, I don't even think this width is going to work. It's not. So let's try... What if I move this and do this? I'm assuming it's not going to work because of the size of the wall. And I would be correct. Okay. Well, what I could probably do is put another halvesy there. Come on. I saw the green. I know you exist. Oh, it's probably because it's... Right, okay. Are there half walls in the set? There should be. Wait, could I make that work? No. These half walls work. I don't know if I recognize this one that's playing. Whoa. Okay. If you stream on Monday, won't be watching. You're going to the brother's college graduation. Well, that's a great excuse to not watch a stream. Congratulations to your brother. It's a big, big accomplishment. Still have your mask mandate at work building, so they're pretty strict about it. I would assume so. That would make sense. You guys probably have a vaccine requirement too, I would think, where you work. Yeah, Sim Settlements, never used Sim Settlements 2, but really enjoyed the Conqueror version of the first one. It had option to get the most settlements pre-built. Oh, okay. That's nice too. I don't know why this is... I don't know why this is being difficult. But it's choosing to be difficult and it's annoying me. I guess it's just not fitting the right width. I wonder if I go... Because I know the regular walls are not as tall. I wonder if they're also not as wide. And I might be able to do something here. Does not look as though that is a thing. I mean, I can put some crap here that'll make it look like it works. And I can put some crap there, so like I'm not overly concerned, but it is still irritating. Okay, let's go into... So I try to use the workshop and the barn sets together because they're they seem to be the same dimensions. And then I use any of the other sets together. Oh good, I just got a notification that I'm streaming. Glad that YouTube noticed. Let me know if the Diamond City radio gets annoying too. I don't have to have it on, but when it's playing one of the songs I actually like, I don't mind leaving it on. I kind of like the warehouse ones that are glass because I like being able to see out the roofs, but you don't get glass ones that are like, what's the word I'm looking for? That aren't broken. I like the Diamond City radio is 60 Minutemen, Atom Bomb, Baby Rocket 69 and more. Yeah. Correct, we have an official vaccine requirement and a de facto booster requirement. Technically, the booster's not required, but it makes things like travel to the mainland more difficult. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, my work has a vaccine requirement, but it does not currently have a booster requirement. But pretty much everybody at my work has either gotten the booster or had it. So it doesn't bother me a whole lot. There we go. What group could have assaulted some gunners? It wouldn't. I would not be me. Travis. So that's even. The roof is gonna be. Well, I can do something about the roof. That's not gonna be a big deal. So like, what I can do is I can put a slanted piece there, maybe. If not, I can slant it. So like something that tilts up. Could I do that? No. See that, for whatever reason that works. I don't know why. But I'm not gonna question it. Is there one without broken glass? Okay, this one does not have broken glass. So let's do that one. Perfect. Okay, so that does some amount of something for me. So we're filled in. Okay. I still need to fill in this part of the floor. And my thought there was to actually... Oh, don't fall through the floor. Let's store these. So I have an idea. And it might not work. But we're gonna try, dang it. Have to see the hot zone. I've not seen the hot zone on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. I watch all of the Star Wars and Marvel stuff on the D Plus. Okay, so my thought was to put a ramp up here, but I forgot how absurdly long the ramp pieces are. Woo! Pardon me. It's just, the lawn got mowed recently, and so it's very sniffly here. What if... Where were the scaffolding pieces that I used? Thank you. I appreciate that. If I set the scaffolding pieces up, like this then, that should be... Like, this should be walkable. Like, that NPC should be able to step up on that, I would think. Okay, now that this won't work probably because of some other piece. So then if I come here... Okay, so that one will go there, but that doesn't really help me a whole lot. Let's, I'm gonna have to go trash some more trees soon. I could just do this. I could do another step up. I don't really want to do that. What about, where did I see those other pieces? It was barn wall floors or warehouse floors, and I can't remember. It must have been warehouse floors. No. Where was it? Oh, maybe it was concrete. Not roofs. Floors. Yeah. This one had like the unusually shaped pieces. Like that. Yeah, see? And that covers the hole in the floor. Which is just excellent news. Actually, these pieces just go there, so I wonder if I do that. Hey, it's the atom bomb. Okay, so for some reason, this can go there, but it can't go here. I'm not going to pretend to understand why. I'm just going to know that I can now walk on this. And that's all I care about. Water in my wigwam. Never managed to get your third booster because you have the AstraZeneca available and your 2 previous shots of Moderna. Don't feel comfortable mixing them up. That makes sense. I know here they were saying you can mix Moderna and Pfizer all right. I just have stuck with Pfizer since I started. I also waited on my booster, which they say don't do, but I went to a convention back in May. So I got my original shots in 2021 in April. And I was going to go, and I went to a convention in May of 2022. And I just waited and got my booster like a year after I got my first 2 shots instead of the 6 months. So I could be boosted before I went to the thing. And like all of the news reports and everything were like, don't wait. And I was like, okay, but I want to. And then I got boosted before I went to the thing, which I don't regret doing. So, all right. So now I can't walk through here because this is up too high apparently. Can I have the floor but lower? I'm on, baby, oh, I'm at a bomb. I want her in my wigwam. This is probably a terrible song, but it's very catchy and it gets stuck in my head. Let's try scaffolding, but like lower. Right, and like see if I can get it to not snap. I mean, I can, but then it's gonna... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to... I think we'll just go back to what this was. And I think we just make this like a little area. And that'll be good enough, and we can stick some beds in there. It's about a... What? Oh, Hot Zone, it's about a virus in the USA. Well, that's interestingly convenient. Totally different topic, but haircut yesterday. Now you look like an elven Viking. Heck yeah, Cal. I love that. That's awesome. If you ever want a nice looking Taffington boathouse, get move-in ready Taffington boathouse mod. Okay. I really liked the Taffington boathouse, but it's the same thing. It's really hard to, like, craft. Okay, so we're doing pretty good here. We have some space. Okay, so let's grab some walls here. Okay, this appears to be not broken glass. Let's actually start with the roof, and then we can let the roof kind of carry over. I think that might be a good idea. So, will these roof pieces go here? They will. Excellent news. You got a B- on your exam, which I think a B- is pretty good. I used to be such a perfectionist about grades, and it got me, it wasn't worth it. It's important to get as good a grades as you can, but like there is no reason to like think you're gonna live or die by a specific grade. So I think B- are great. So I think you should be very happy. Use the piece upstairs to go to the first floor, then place one under it. It might work. Oh, I see what you're saying. So like go down here and place one from down here, you mean? That could work. I could try that. Hill's here! Welcome, Hill. Guys, Hill Home is another streamer. He does mostly Twitch, but he's got some neat videos over on his YouTube channel you should check out. Isn't actually bad or anything. It just calls a hot girl hot, and they throw around some phrases that make no sense. Yeah, I always wonder, because they're saying wigwam, which is indigenous housing, and I'm like, seems a little weird. But I really like it. It's a bop. You've been sucked into early access for Dinkum. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that game, but that's pretty awesome. It's easiest to just assume death at all times. Okay. This is looking pretty good down here, though. There's a lot with this we can mess with, but I want to at least get this... I mean, like, we could actually start slapping down beds because I have room for people now, so why don't we actually do that? Let's, Mix Australia, Stardew, and Animal Crossing together and guess what? Wow, that sounds pretty great. You know about how stupid the name Red Rocket Gas Station is? It's pretty dark enough. I don't know what it means. If you want bad, listen to Butcher Pete. Oof. Can I ask you something that is... Oh yeah, you can... Whatever you want. We shoot the breeze quite a bit around here. We just... I prefer to keep things like... Oh, I mean... I don't know. I'm not big on, like... super intense adult topics or anything, but otherwise, you can sky's the limit. And the smoker? Oh, yeah. Don't make me hungry, Hill. It's not fair. I think I decided that I was just going to put decorations up there, like paintings or something. Comes from the Algonquin language. Oh, okay, that makes sense too. Alright, we're going to splap some beds down. That's the technical term. Bed splapping. This guy is going to wake up with a sore throat every morning because he's right by the big open wall. We can move this around too. I think I have the bed facing the wrong way, but that's fine. We'll put down... We're not going to get a whole bunch of settlers right off the bat. So we're just going to put down, like, I don't know, 5 beds. And then we're going to go turn on the settlement beacon and just kind of wait for people to get here. Because it's going to take a while to get people in here anyway. Probably going to do this because I'm probably going to try to find some sort of wall device to put there too. Okay, so this is our start. Oh, I like this one too. This is another bop. Even though I actually disagree with the song quite a bit, it's still a bop. I usually use the third bed because it's smaller. A lot of people do. It's a weird thing for. The third bed is smaller, and I use that a lot of times when I need more room. But every time I look at it, I go, that could not be comfortable to sleep in, and then I feel bad using it. Which is such a me problem. And I would make life easier for myself if I wouldn't do that. But here we are. John, what are you doing standing over here? He's probably just contemplating, I don't know. Okay, so then I think it's power miscellaneous. Recruitment beacon. Alright, and then we're going. Okay. So we have 5 beds. We don't have any water going. I want to get a better power source going because the power we turned on is only 20. There's going to be any number of places that we can pop in water purifiers. I think what I'm going to do is set up a generator back there. There's like a gourd blossom. We're gonna scrap that just because I want to have control over where the food is. True, but I always see the settlers as ingrates who do not only do I have to house them and feed them, but I also need their help all the time to defend the place. Which is annoying, because I'm like, I've given so many of them the ability to defend themselves. I should not have to come back and deal with them. So, I mean, you're not wrong. I really like the discrepancy between how much wood you get for things. So, like, this will be 30 wood. Then you'll go up to other things and it'll just be completely different, and it's really funny to me. Oops. Oh, don't build another thing. Fun fact, Alaqua Fox, I probably said that completely wrong. The actress who plays Maya Lopez / Echo is of the Menominee. I know the word, I just can't pronounce it. And Mohican descent. Both groups, historically speaking, Algonquin. I can't pronounce anything. I'm so sorry. So much wood. So I said to a girl I worked up the nerve to say, if you're down here, how is it running? Wow, hold on. I'm trying to parse this out. So you said to a girl you like at work, or you worked up the nerve to say, damn, if you're down here, how is heaven running? I think I'm bad at talking to girls. I've said that, how would you take it? Depend on how well I knew the person. If that was like if you walked up and that was the first thing you ever said to me, I'd probably be a little weirded out. But like, I don't know. It depends. Some women are a little uncomfortable with like people coming up to them, and some aren't. You can arm them with heavy combat armor and Gatling lasers and still get bested by 5 raiders. But I think sometimes, too, women can kind of tell when you're nervous, and then they're like, well, clearly he's nervous. It's fine. This sounds really cliche and exceptionally unhelpful. Like, I understand how unhelpful this sounds when I say it. Because it's basically like saying, just don't be scared or something. But like, in reality, oh, this is a bathtub and not the thing. The best thing you can do is to just not think about it. Like, oh, this is how you talk to a girl. You know what I mean? They know I'm nervous. We can smell blood in the water. You know what I mean? Me? Do I have ADHD? I don't. No one's ever told me I do. Anything's possible in this world. I think I do when I stream. Okay, why don't I have more things? I set up I swear I set up a supply line here. Maybe I didn't. No, I did. If I set up a supply line here, why don't I have access to more food? That supply line is set up to other things. So freaking... Streaming pretty much gives you ADD, though, because you have to look at 8 different things at a time. I was a bit starting with your words. You have ADHD and ASD. Okay. It's gonna sound cliche and unhelpful, like I was saying, but the best thing you can do is just don't think about it like that. Don't think about it like, oh, this is how girls like to be talked to or whatever. Like, it's just literally like, you just talk to somebody like a person. And it works itself out. Anytime you're talking to anybody that you like, it's really hard. Right? And so, like, the same way guys feel talking to a girl they like is how anybody feels talking to anybody when they're nervous, right? Like, girl to guy, guy to girl, any other combination they're in. People just get nervous because it's not really about the person being a guy or a girl or anything in between. It's like, it's just because you're nervous because if this person that you put value on doesn't see what you feel like is value in you, right, that's very hard. It's a very difficult thing to go through, and that's why it's nerve-wracking. But I would be willing to bet that you are perfectly capable of talking to somebody when you don't feel like all those kind of stakes are on it. You know what I mean? It's hard. Like, I can just don't be nervous when you talk to people. It's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to not be nervous when you talk to people. But the more you do it, the easier it will get. You just kind of have to work for it to be a little bit easier. And you're going to say a lot of stupid stuff between here and there. Like, I've said some really stupid crap trying to sound cool. It happens. The only way to learn is to say the stupid stuff and then realize you did not spontaneously catch on fire when you said something stupid and then grow from it. That's kind of the best thing to do. But it sounds so nerve-wracking when you haven't tried to do it before. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to delicately place mutated carrots. This is the biggest problem in my life today. It's these carrots. And it's a pretty darn big problem. It's easier to assign every cell in the supply line to your main base. Easier, yes. Exciting, no. It's the classic, that sounded better in my head thing. Happens to me all the time. It's everything sounds better in your head. And then you say it, and then you're like, oh, what? No. Why did I? Okay. So here's some fields. I kind of like this little section. And I might actually fence this in a little bit better, too. Get the broken fencing out. But, like, this is a good little spot just to, like, oh, yeah, here's where the stuff is. We have all the bathtubs. I'm going to replace these bathtubs with actual Brahmin things. Oh, this one's playing again. I don't know why, but I always think of Professor Django when this one plays, because he got really excited the first time he heard this playing. This is one of the ones that gets stuck in my head every time, though. Alright. So, Brahmin trods. Usually, somebody pops in, like, really fast. Like, it takes a long time to get settlers, but usually as soon as you turn it on, it's like, here's 2 to get started, and it hasn't done that yet. So I'm a little bit like, did I actually turn the thing on? I think I did, though. Okay, the next thing I want to do is pick an area near the homes to stick a generator so that I can know where I want to stick my water purifiers. The excitement of not knowing where the supply line goes is so chaotic. I'm so chaotic. The chaos is real. I think what happens is, for work, I have to be so focused all of the time, and I literally have to know about, like, what time it is down to, like, 15-minute intervals, that when I'm not at work, I'm like, well, let's just see what happens. I also don't think I've ever been to whatever that little shack is on the water, and I'm really interested. What is it? We might go for a quick swim. What's that place? Oh, well, now more of it rendered in. In a hypothetical situation is, I think, what you're saying. You were single and you were looking for a boyfriend. Would you choose a slim guy or a slightly on the heavier side, but he's trying too hard to find that special person? Purely hypothetical. Anybody who is super, super, super focused on looks is not worth your time. And that's another one of those things that can be really hard to hear or believe in the moment. But, like, anybody who is like, I have to date a guy that's specifically this weight, it's just not going to be worth your time. Because the thing is, even if you were super fit when you met, you're not going to be that same size and shape the rest of your life. So, like, picking somebody on the basis of how perfect they are in that moment is just not helpful. For me, personally, if I saw a guy who's super fit, obviously that means he's going to be rather attractive. But I'm also going to see somebody who's so focused on fitness, and that's just something I'm not focused on. And I'm like, we're probably not going to connect, because he's probably going to want to, like, eat right and exercise, and I just don't ethically believe in either of those things. So, like, to me, I'm like, I don't know how much we're really going to connect if that's something he spends all his day doing, and I play video games all day. But if I saw somebody, like, who didn't look like they took care of themselves hygienically, if I saw somebody who, like, I don't necessarily care how people dress, but I saw that they weren't dressing respectfully for the situations they were in, which showed me that they care a little bit more about themselves than being respectful in a specific situation. Like, that's the kind of thing I'm going to take into consideration. But that's also kind of a maturity thing, too. That's something everyone grows into. No, there is no such thing as ethical exercise, Kathleen. No such thing. Exercise is basically cheating. Everyone has different criteria. That's true. And, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have, well, okay, on the one hand, you should never put yourself in a situation where you're changing who you are for someone. And I say that as a very broad statement, because if you're changing for them, you're not going to be yourself, you're not going to be happy, and then you made all these changes for them. Are they really changing for you? Is it a balanced, healthy relationship? That said, that's a very easy thing to say, but like sometimes you kind of do have to change for a person, because like, you know, for me, so like for example, I'm not a like text somebody good morning or good night kind of a person. I'm like, if you have something to say to me, say it. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. Like, I can't stand it when people message me like just the word hi. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with hi? But if I were in a relationship, I might be with somebody who just wants me to say good morning to him in a text message, if this is like before we were like under the same roof or something. And like maybe I have to adjust to that. Maybe even though I don't like doing that, it's important to him and it's something that's not hard for me to do. But that's not like changing who I am. You know what I mean? What the heck? Why don't I have access to all of my stuff? That is so weird. Okay, well, we'll just go buy some things and it will solve the problem. So, you know, if somebody doesn't like you because of your body weight, that's not really somebody you want to deal with, because they're gonna kind of hold you up to that standard forever. But if somebody doesn't like that you don't take care of yourself, you know, that's different. Like somebody who's like, oh, I want to make sure that you care about who you are or whatever. Like that's a little bit different than like, I need you to be a specific body type. I don't know if that difference makes sense. Okay, so the guy who sells aluminum is asleep. I wonder if I have anything in here. But a lot of that too, like I said, is a maturity thing, and that maturity thing doesn't necessarily hit at a specific age. A lot of times it's just what you've been through. There is a lot of aluminum here. That's good. I can't remember what else I needed to build what I was going to build, but having the aluminum will help. So I don't know. It's tough. Any relationship requires some give and take, but you keep your core self. They can inspire you to change parts of yourself, but that has to come from you. Exactly. So like none of us is perfect, right? We all have ways that we can grow, change, become better people. And the people we're around, and especially people you might be in a relationship with, they'll change things about you and they'll help you learn things about yourself that need to change. But that doesn't mean everything about you needs to change. It is very much a balance. Can't force someone to change, but can't depend on someone else to change for you either. Exactly. Kathleen knows what's up. Absolutely. Okay. Generator. I don't understand how I have a supply line, but I don't have everything from my supply line. It's very weird to me. But that's okay. So we're going to put this here. I'm really tempted to build more than one of these and just make this like a water farm, but we're not going to do that right now. And then this is close enough that I can run the power here to the barn and then to the house. Okay, let's try something else. So you're 6 foot, 6'1", something like that. 18.4 stone. I'm not familiar with that. 19 years old. Lifestyle, plays games, goes out a bit, eats average, unhealthy, healthy, tries to make you happy, connect, message. So like, see, like relationships are just so much more complicated than that. They're so much more complicated than that. 'Cause like again, anybody who's gonna hold a checklist up to you and evaluate you, like, okay, you hit the exercise range just barely, but alright, you ate maybe like too many cheeseburgers for me, but like I can make that concession. Like that's not what this is about. You want to find somebody who believes the same things that you do, or maybe doesn't believe the same things as you do, but respects what you believe, and you can have really interesting conversations, or like, you know, that kind of thing. Because all of that stuff is external, and the thing is, everything on the outside is gonna change. Like, it's just gonna. Like, anything superficial is gonna turn over time. And it's really tough when you're younger. He's trying to flirt with me. Well, I can tell you this right now. I am 31. I'm 32 next month. And so, at that point, I'm not looking for anybody younger than mid-20s. If that's what's happening. So, unfortunately, the age is going to be an uncomparable barrier. But if that's true, that's also fine. I'm not offended by such things. I've caught a crush or two on streamers before it happens. As somebody who's been married for 19 years, you just take people as they are and try to agree on the big stuff in life, and the small stuff works itself out. Yep, Hill knows what he's talking about, too. 18.4 stone is about 258 pounds or 700 kilograms. Gotcha. Alright, Kathleen, have a good one. Early 30s, you young. I'll get old eventually, Hill. I feel a lot older on the inside. Does that count? I kind of want to make this wire taller. But yeah, no. I wouldn't worry too much about that. The outside stuff will change over time. It just will. It just will. And what I was saying before is, like, when you're young, it's harder too, because things that make relationships work are those bigger things. And a lot of times that you're at that age, you don't know how you feel on the bigger things yet. And that's okay. You're not expected to know how you think the world should work at 19. In fact, if you can admit that you don't know how the world should work at 19, you're actually way ahead of most people. And probably way more mature than a lot of people. But, like, that's where it gets hard, too. Because you get people who get into relationships at a young age. And then things end up not working out, and they don't know why. And it's just because you started before you were, like, a fully formed person, basically. Your everything feels old today, probably lack of sleep the last couple nights. Hill, you always have lack of sleep because you do too much. That's why we love you. And person loves you to the moon and back. The guy how's it? Like, lifestyle hits the gym. Not trying to hit you. Don't worry about it, Liam. We're all good. We're all good. Don't worry about it. It sounds to me more like Liam has a very specific person in mind. And like I just say, you just kind of let yourself be. Just kind of breathe. Everything will work itself out, like I said. You kind of learn who you are. And the more you learn who you are, the easier figuring out all that stuff becomes. Because when you're young, and like I don't want to be one of those like, listen, you kids, you don't know anything yet. And one day you'll know things, but for now you're dumb, so don't try. I hated it when people talk to me like that, so I'm not trying to sound like that at all. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever your problems are in front of you, seem like big scary problems, and that's fine because that's what you're dealing with, and so that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but like, genuinely, don't, like, the right person is not gonna care how tall you are. The right person is not gonna care how much you weigh. The right person is not gonna care how much you exercise. Or if they do care about those things, if they do care that you exercise or not, or how much, then you don't want to become that person for them. And that's really going to be more because that's something you might have in common or not, you know? If you have the energy, okay, sounds good. I love hearing about your life. I genuinely do. And to be honest, if taking care of yourself and nothing else happens in the genetic, you still have a good 30 years more life. 40. Yeah. Hill is just always moving around. Okay, hold on. I like Diamond City Radio, but once we get into like the here's the random TED Talks, I'm like, okay, now I'm bored. Okay, why is nobody here? Did this not get turned on? Oh, it got turned on. Guess it just takes a while. Usually I get like a couple of people right away, so that's why this is confusing me. But like I had a big crush on a friend of mine. This was a couple years ago now, quite a few years ago now. I was right out of college. Really good friend of mine. And we started as friends, and then I started liking him like after we were friends, which is always awkward. Like always awkward. And man, I was not playing it cool. Like I look back on some of the things I said and some of the things I did, and oh my gosh, I was like an obnoxious like 12-year-old girl with her first crush. Like I was so embarrassed after the fact. But you do things that you think make sense and they don't. And he knew what was going on, and he didn't feel the same way about me, but he gave me like the space to figure it out. And I finally told him. He told me he didn't feel the same way, but we worked through it, and we actually became much better, much closer friends after. Because even though we never were together, because he didn't feel the same, he valued that I was open with him. And then we had a much more open, much closer relationship after that. Because even if we didn't feel the same way about each other, we still had like that shared like emotional connection, like the fact just being open to some degree does that. Which was pretty cool. Oh, I can scrap all this and get a buttload of steel. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, right? Sometimes you tell somebody something and they're really weirded out or freaked out and it goes poorly, and maybe that's because you made a mistake. Maybe that's because they're just immature and can't handle it, and it could go either way. I was very blessed to have a very good experience in that regard. But, you know, it's one of those things, like, don't worry about whether or not you're going to sound like an idiot, because you probably will. So there's no reason to worry about it, because it's going to happen. But you're also not going to die. You're not going to die from sounding like an idiot. As long as you're respectful of the person and the boundaries they put up in response to what you do, that's fine. You're fine. That's how you learn. It's one of those kind of awkward things that happens. You just kind of go with it. I didn't realize it was going to eat the whole shelf. I thought the shelf, because it wasn't highlighting green, was not accessible, but that's okay. I don't know why I've started just scrapping things at this point, but I've started just scrapping things at this point. Tall, small, what? My opinion was that girls like a guy how is a bit muscly or slim, in touch with their emotions, but that has opened my mind to try. P.S. You're in the UK. Gotcha. There are all types of girls out there. Some like muscular, some like thin, some like feminine, some like macho, slim, fat. Yeah, that's all true. That's all true. Completely true. Different peeps are into different peeps. And you want to find somebody who likes you. There'll be times that you like someone who doesn't like you back. There'll be times that someone likes you and you don't like them back. There'll be times that neither of you like each other that way, and there'll be times where you both like each other, and then you figure it out. It just takes a while. But there's nothing wrong with it taking a while whatsoever. 0%. Can I make like a little wood crate? I really want to take out like the middle crates and make like a cave, but I know it's just going to eat the crate on top. I would argue self-confidence and sense of humor outweighs all of his... Yes, I would argue that also. He's an old married dude, you know? Yeah, it's one of those cliches too, but working on yourself is definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. It's funny whenever you talk to girls that are friends or coworkers, it's completely natural, but once you're self-aware, you're like, no, I get you, because I can be that way with a guy too. Where it's like, oh yeah, no, this is fine. Oh frick, what is words? I don't know them. I don't know what words are. It's so funny how that works. And it happens to everybody. Gina! Gina, we are discussing deep life things, so perfect timing. It is lovely to see you here. No problem, Liam. I am happy to talk with you. And we got a good group of people in here who can offer a lot of good advice. Maintaining relationships, so for now I'm okay with just family. I feel that hardcore, Carlos. I really do. Like, I've not ruled out wanting like a family or something in the future, but I just have so much other stuff going on with my like immediate family. I just don't have the energy. I don't think I have the energy to give someone else what they would deserve, you know? And that's okay too. Knowing that and recognizing that is just very helpful, I think. Deep life thing. Yes, we were discussing relationships. We're having a good time. You know, while I build a house in the middle of all this. Follow-up discussions get... When you're just, like, crafting houses, things can get oddly deep, you know? What am I trying to accomplish here? Do I want to snap that wall there? I don't know if I want to snap that wall there. I would like to... Okay, well that's apparently snapping. I don't know why that's snapping. Oh, it's probably snapping to the wall I put. Yeah, that's what it's doing. That's gonna make this a little awkward. Okay, let's go back to roofs. Can't ever remember where this roof lives. There we go. I know how people have families at my age. Right? I feel the same way. One of my best friends has 4 kids, and she's like a year and a half older than me. And she has an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And they're the most wonderful children in the world. I adore her children, but I'm like, I don't know how you do this. I literally have no concept of like how you know how to do the things that you do. This is such strangeness to me. But she's a great mom, so she clearly knows what's up. I'm just like, oogie. Is the radio done with the PSAs? Nope. It is not done. Because now that I don't have the music playing, I'm like, it's so quiet. Alright, is there a piece of roof that will fit here? But what does HK47 have to say about his... I love HK47's definition on love. It's so good. One's where I was in once when you're in year 7 or your school 7th grade, You wrote a love letter to your teacher, and she said to me, Liam, you can't do this. It's a nice thought, but not appropriate. Aww. That is sweet, but no, I don't think she could reciprocate. Statement, meatbag relationships are hard to grasp. Self murder. He described it as aiming down a scope. I can't remember the exact wording. Let's see here. Roofs. Does this have a roof piece that I could fit here? I think the only other option I have is to, like, make a taller roof. I feel like there were half roof pieces somewhere, but I might just have to use floor pieces. Using floor pieces might work. I thought I saw green for a half second, but maybe it was lies. See, I still have that song stuck in my head because it played twice. Can I put this? Nope. Okay. Might be time for scaffolding. Scaffolding might do the trick. Because that doesn't need to be connected to stuff in quite the same way. I don't see it just connecting anywhere, which is annoying. Can I put... I mean, what I could do to make this work is I could cheat a little bit. So I could get this and line it up with the roof like that. And then that will let me put in a piece of scaffolding. And then I can take the metal part out and that would work. It's just really freaking hard to see. Definition: love is making a shot to the knees from 120 kilometers using Aerotech rifle with a trilight scope. That's the one. Ugh. I love Hitchhiker's Guide, where they're like, Hitchhiker's Guide says avoid if at all possible. I also think that's funny. Okay, well, instead of trying to do what I'm doing, let's see if I can't do something easier. I think the barn has better window walls, maybe? Yeah. Again, none of them are, like, non-broken, but okay. Okay, we're gonna try making the full piece snap, and if the full piece doesn't snap, that's weird. Oh, because it's sticking to this. I have gained a level of understanding. Starfield looks like it'll have a better building system and over. Yeah, I'm excited for Starfield. I gotta get my computer upgraded in time for that, which is proven to be something of a saga, which I should probably talk to Hill about. Hey, we finally have a person living here. That's excellent news. That is absolutely excellent news. Hopefully they will auto-assign themselves to food. That's interesting. I mean, I don't hate that, but I don't really know what the purpose of that is. But if I do that, maybe... Oh, no, I do kind of hate that because that's on a weird angle. Because it's connecting to that and not the roof. Okay. Need to figure out your timeline, maybe in OCS when Starfield releases. Yeah, well, and who knows, because they keep changing the date on it. But I'm excited for Starfield. Because it looks like it's doing some stuff that has not been, frickin' darn it, not been in, like, Elder Scrolls or Fallout before, but also improving on other stuff that has been, so that's pretty cool. If a guy, like, said to you, can I buy you a drink at a bar, what would you say? I did describe myself in a private message. Can you drink in the UK at 18? Because if a 19-year-old in the US told me that, I would say legally we cannot go out for a drink. Because the drinking age here is 21. But if that's not an issue, that guy is like it to me so long. That guy is like it to me so long. Now it's definitely the time to get a better GPU with the crypto crash prices haven't gone. Yes, it's finally feasible. The problem I have is my computer's power supply. Technically, so I have a 500 watt power supply in my computer. And most of the 3060s or higher want at least 550. So for me, it's like, to go to a 3050, it's not a drastic step up because I'm running a 1660 Ti. So, like, I really just wanted to buy a new GPU, but now it's looking like I might want to buy a new GPU and a new power supply just to be safe. But then that's 2 purchases, and I don't know. And then I was budgeting for a 3060, but then once I get a better power supply, do I actually want to try a 3070? But that's more money, so it's just and I'm trying to move, which means I need money for like actual grown-up things. It's a little bit of, I'm in a bit of an indecisive struggle. Okay, so you can drink at age 19. Okay, that was an important detail. I mean, like, shoot your shot, man. If you're not being, like, creepy or weird or, like... I think especially if you respect somebody saying no, I think you're fine to at least try and see what happens, right? A lot of times when women talk about, like, oh, this really bothered them, or they didn't like it that this guy said something or whatever, a lot of times it's because they told a guy no, and then he was like, well, why? And, like, all offended that they said no. You know what I mean? So, like, some of it is also in, like, how good are you at like, saying no? Because there's a whole group of people we often refer to as, quote, nice guys. And nice guys are dudes who seem sweetness and light. And then the moment you turn them down, they're like, wow, you're just a jerk because you said no to me, even though there's absolutely no reason why you owe me the time of day. And, like, that's the kind of thing that freaks women out. So as long as you're not doing that, right, like, you're doing pretty well. And the problem is no woman knows if you're going to be that kind of guy or not until they talk to you. So sometimes a woman might seem a little standoffish or distant simply because she's been through a really rough time before and she doesn't know if you're going to put her through another one. So sometimes just, like, being able to be turned down with grace is gonna work out a lot better for you than you might think it would. Why 2 half walls work when a full wall doesn't, I'm not gonna pretend to understand. I'm just gonna be happy that I got a wall there. This is turning out pretty okay. I don't completely hate what's happening here. There's still a few things I gotta get figured out. 18 to drink, that makes sense. A GPU, yeah, I gotta get a GPU figured out. If I had money to spend, definitely get a better PC. Stuck with your 2013 laptop. Yeah, it's probably chugging at this point. I think legal drinking age for UK is better, like in Mexico, makes sense. Isn't it weird that you can legally buy a firearm at 18, you can't drink? There's a lot of weird things here. Like, especially because, like, you can be in the military at 18, but apparently you can't drink, which is... Like, you can't go drink with your, like, fellow soldiers in arms, but, like, we'll send you... There's a whole lot of things that are weird. So many weird things. We could spend, like, years on it. So, yeah, it's a little weird. It's just, it's odd because at 18 we consider you an adult for absolutely everything. Even voting. That's the other weird thing. You can literally vote for who will run everything, but you can't buy a beer. It is weird. I don't drink, so it's not a particularly big point to me or not, but I do think it's weird. found the line between creepy and weird and okay, as if they already like the guy or not. Well, yeah, that's another thing too. If somebody likes someone else, they will tolerate a lot of stuff that they might not like otherwise. That is absolutely true. But like I said, a lot of it comes down to if you are able to be turned down politely, that'll work well for you. Do you come across as awkward? You come across as young, and I don't say that to be mean or old or crotchety or anything. I could tell you were younger. I mean, like, if I'm being honest, there's some amount of awkwardness there, but I don't think it's a problem. Like, most of the people you're going to be talking to are probably also going to be their own kind of awkward. Like, everyone is awkward is the thing. People don't really understand it, but, like, even the people you might not think are awkward, they are. No one knows how to handle a situation they've never been in before for the first time. And that's not your fault or anyone else's. I don't think you're awkward to the point of not being someone, like, I don't think you're awkward to the point that no one would ever like you or anything dramatic like that. Like, you seem pretty cool. I heard you can join at 17 in the UK. In the US, one can enlist at 17 with parental consent. Yeah. Though the applicant must at least have a high school. Yeah, I'm assuming that's because of, like, summer birthdays and stuff. Okay, I'm trying to solve this I don't have a roof here problem, and the problem is this. That won't let me have a roof anywhere. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna have to get a little creative. I wonder. Can I get a little creative with one of these? I'm gonna have to do something else is basically what's happening. See, like, this is the right. Oh. If I do that. I don't know that I want it to be the rocket ship one, but we're going with it for right now. Hey, okay. Store. So, like, this won't be perfect, but it will be better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is definitely not perfect, but I don't completely hate that. Okay, where did I put that ladder? Okay, I'm gonna leave the ladder here until I know I'm happy with what I got going. Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay. That one person who's here has not auto-assigned themselves to food, so I would like to find him somehow in all of this. Oh, what is GPU? I'm sorry, JR. I read your comment and I clearly didn't read it well. I apologize. Thank you, Carlos, for handling that. Square and 1/4. It's also used for crypto mining, or at least it was. Yeah. Crypto is something I still largely don't understand. I mean, like, I do, but I also don't. Okay, where is the one person? I think that's John. I don't think that's my one person. If anyone sees my one settler and notices that I'm being very blind. There's the person. There they are. Found them. I'm gonna get the person. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, that's part of why, between cryptocurrency and just chip shortages, at least here in the US, we, like, getting a GPU was almost impossible for a while. Okay, you're gonna be assigned to food. Okay. You don't complain to me that you're hungry when you won't go make food on your own. I really wish I could just not have this dead person there, but I guess this is the realities of life. Okay, so we can definitely put beds down below. And this isn't even as bad now because there's a ceiling up there, which is really good. So we can definitely fit beds down here. So if I made this whole area lodging, and then you come up here and there's more lodging, like I could make this a seating area, and then this would be where like a bunch of beds go. This is going to kind of be too hard, I think, for people to get to. But I might be wrong. I heard if you're not a US citizen, you can't own a gun. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if you're here as a green card holder, or if you have a work visa, or if a student visa, if you can't get it. I don't actually know if that's true. This is not something I've ever thought of to look up, to be honest. That said, you absolutely could very easily get one. It just, you wouldn't have it legally. But that hasn't stopped other people, so, you know, from finding a way to own something. I saw something describing crypto as leaving your car constantly idling to get poke bucks you could use to buy drugs. It's not far off. Can't you remove it? Can I remove the GPU? You can. From most computers. Certain things like Apple computers don't really want you to, but that's just the way Apples are built. You can remove them from most Windows machines because they're built to be more upgradable. You kind of want to know what you're doing, and you want to be careful, but you can remove it to put in a better one. That is a thing you can do. That's what I'm trying to do. I know a case of a guy who died from heat stroke due to sleeping right next to a GPU. U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, and lawful permanent residents of the U.S. green card are legal. I can't read words. But yes, what Carlos said. Sounds right. And then what else was it? I felt like I was going to respond to something else in there. Oh, I was going to tell a story. I don't know what ended up happening, but I remember like a year or so ago, there was a story of a guy who had like a bunch of cryptocurrency on a flash drive, and then oh hey, I think maybe I've always had an institute flag, but I think that's new. But he had a bunch of cryptocurrency on a flash drive, and he didn't remember the password to the flash drive, and if he put in the wrong password one more time, the flash drive was going to auto erase, and he was going to lose, it was like millions of dollars worth of crypto. I was like, that's rough to go through all of that and then basically get screwed. I thought it was pretty funny. I just want to oh, I bet I can use furniture. Hold on. Unless, this is how I cheat walls a lot of the time, is I just find other things. Any of these wall signs bigger? So like some of the stuff in here might be bigger, but really I think what I'm going to do is furniture. I love putting these bureaus in places because one, they're like the size of a wall, which is pretty great. Two, they will randomly accumulate stuff in them, which is just awesome. So they're just kind of like really cool pseudo walls that you can also use to like get really random things. So that's rough, buddy. Daleson, I believe would be how you pronounce that. Welcome, good to see you. Heard Fallout 4 mod where you can kill Antifa. Interesting. I'm sure there's a mod for everything. Came out with a commie kill mod. Interesting. Okay. You know, I guess people wanna have crazy. I mean, at least with the commie one, I guess it kind of makes sense in lore, but I don't know. Mods where they're like, you can now kill these specific people, kind of make me uncomfortable. Like, well, you're clearly working out some form of aggression. Alright, we'll put a table here. That way no one can accidentally fall down the floor. I don't know what I'm going to do with this area because it's so clumped. I don't think you can really do anything. But what I want to do is get some kind of wall up here. As Abs would say, some of those people have it coming. Especially the trees. The trees especially have it coming. Twerking Monkeys, welcome. Man, getting a lot of known faces, a lot of new faces today. Also, black powder gun like flintlocks in Pirates of the Caribbean or old cowboy guns can't take modern cartridges like 44 mag. Out is black powder only. That does make sense. Yeah, honestly, secretly wanted to kill Antifa protesters. You know, like I said, I'm not super big on targeting specific people, but you know, people can make the mods. Door is open to that sort of thing. But to me, I'm like, that's just, there's some kind of like aggression there that you might just want to see somebody about. Usually how I feel. I always find it amusing too when people are like, I don't like this group of people because I think they're violent, so let me be violent to them. I'm like, I don't think we're understanding things or how things work. Huh. Cute boy Raj has entered the chat and said hello, welcome to the stream. We're just playing on Spectacle Island here. I'm doing well, thank you. We're building here for the first time. I'm going through my first Fallout campaign. So I'm just kind of building up this area. Waiting for more settlers to come. I don't really know why I don't have more. But, because I've been here a while, but that's okay. How are you today? Definitely could put more beds in here. I think what I might do is make this area like, maybe like the exercise area. Let's see here. And I think if I drop some of this down, it will be considered like a happiness booster, and it might get some of these people. Like, I know I'm not going to get 200 settlers in 5 minutes. Like, that's not how Fallout works, but I was kind of hoping we'd get at least a functional amount of people here sooner. I think the other thing I'll do, hopefully it'll work. Again, for some reason I don't seem to have access to my full amount of things. But let's go to cages and get a dog and cat cage going. I think that would be fun. Why can't I don't have enough canned dog food? Well, we can at least get a cat cage going. should definitely have enough dog food though. So I think what I might do, let's see here. Warwick Homestead probably doesn't, well, let's just fast travel over here. It won't take too long because it's not far away. And I already have dog stuff going there, so we'll see if I can't get some of the stuff I'm missing. Spectacle Island is a very popular place for mod settlements. Some really cool ones in the Nexus. I'll be looking into that. I definitely want the ability to trash more of this stuff. You can do the teabag against opponents to make them angry. That is like the most tired old school gamer thing though. Like if I see somebody teabagging somebody else in the game, I know you're 12.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that is the most obvious way to advertise that you're 12 that you can do in any video game. Alright, let's see. Store this in a workshop. Hello, cat. So now we have at least 2 cats here. Once the cat gets out of there, I will get rid of the box. Whatever, the cat wants to stay there forever, so that's fine. Where is the workshop here again? Oh, it's over here. That's right. See if I have any canned dog food here. Caps, aid. Nope, I do not. But I have a bar, so maybe they have dog food here I can buy. If not, I'll figure it out. I can go back to Sanctuary. There's a bunch there.
Sure. Let's take a look.
4chan has video games of this, and you fell in love. See, 4chan is another great way to advertise that you're 12. Let's see here. I think it's... Yeah, you don't seem to have what I'm looking for. I'll go back to Sanctuary. Oh, you're 45 and have been doing the teabag to people since it was 2004. Ah! So you're 45 and still do the things you did when you were 12. That's even better. I saw one of mine doing real life. It would not be one of mine for much longer. That's right. I feel you there. If a woman does this, it's called a clam dip. I see. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can just find some canned dog food. And maybe being away from the settlement for a few minutes will bring a couple of people in. I just don't know why it's not bringing in all of my stuff. Monies. Cat meat. Oh, maybe I just don't actually have dog food. I guess that's a possibility. Where would I buy that from? I think I can get some at Bunker Hill. We're just gonna float around and look for stuff now, I guess. Let's start at the diner. You just teabagged a giant rock during the Wonderland stream last night. To be fair, it was as close to dancing as I could get during the jam, so there's that. But I feel like a Borderlands game is like more like that. Never once browsed 4chan or Reddit. Reddit I can't stand either. Visited it for troubleshooting or product recommendations, but yep, that's how I am too. Pikachu, welcome. Have you heard you can add a mod to Fallout? Yes, I have. In fact, I have a feeling you've already told me from one of your 3 other accounts. So if you would like to continue having a conversation with me, I suggest you pick one account and talk to me. Otherwise, I can pick which of your accounts is allowed to talk here. How about that? Alright. Where else could I buy canned dog food? Let's try Bunker Hill. Otherwise, I can just look up where they sell it. Or I just won't have a dog, which is fine. I can wait. That thing is so nasty looking. Funny story, shot someone in the paintball, ran up to him on the floor, sent him You know what happens now? You know? Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's anything. Help defend Covenant. Covenant is fine. They literally have walls. Okay, we'll go there in a second after I check the stores.
Need a roof over your head?
Okay, you do junk. Hey, Lucas. You're just a trader. Actually, you sell armor, so you're probably not gonna have it either. What about, this guy? Old Man Stockton. They are very creepy. That's right, we only talk to you. I don't think I can actually buy things from you.
Hey, no offense, but you ain't here.
You know what, lady? Chill your face off. You...
Let me have a look at it.
No, you're the doctor. That's not... You're not gonna have what I want. Where are the people with the bar? They might have it. Yeah, this guy. After that, we'll go to Covenant.
We don't order fast. We won't have much booze left.
Bada.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Make it snappy. Other customers are waiting.
Nope, still no canned dog food. And I don't think this guy sells things except for a room. I don't know, Brack. Are you also Dollison? Because if you are him, you'll know.
Best not to talk to the raiders. They can wait.
Let's go to Covenant. Gotta go. Keep up the good work. Thank you for your help. No problem, Liam. I hope to see you again soon. Good luck with everything. So many socks. I'd be happy if it was my friend Steven again, but I don't think this is Steven. They literally have walls, so I don't know why this city seems to think it needs my help. Like, you guys are fine. Boop. Boop. Okay. So many robots. Got him. That one's rolling. Okay. They should be okay. We haven't gotten the success button, though, so I don't think they're done.
Thanks for your help, friend.
Glad to help.
I was glad to help out. Can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been.
Alright.
Thanks for your help, Mike.
Have we finished the mission? I guess we did. I didn't see it finish, but it looks like we did, so that's fine. Alright. Oh, there it goes. It's just delayed. Okay, well, I don't seem to have dog stuff. But now we have 2 people at Spectacle Island, so that's good. I'll get a dog there eventually. How we doing? We've been going 2 hours. We're doing pretty good. We doing pretty good. We'll get some music going here soon, huh? Alright, it's night out, so maybe everybody's sleeping. I want to find the other person, though, so I can... I don't know what I'll assign them to, though. I guess I could build a shop. Where do I want to build shops here? That might be the best next question. Wow, do we have a cat already? That's excellent. Okay. Let's drop a cat bowl. Here somewhere. Can never remember if the dog and the cat stuff is in furniture miscellaneous or decorations miscellaneous. Looks like it's in decorations miscellaneous. I always feel like it makes more sense for it to be in furniture, but here we are. Okay, cat bowl. I definitely need to get some light going in here, so we'll do that now that it's dark out, because then I can kind of tell where I would want that. I know I can attach these things to a switch, I just never do. I just take the wire off and on. Feels better to me. Repair. Would like more than one cat. I have it pre-ordered. Welcome back, Archie. I'm getting it on the 19th. I probably can't stream it until Wednesday. I don't think I can stream it Tuesday because I'm going to have to help with family stuff. But I will definitely be partaking. I am very excited. Who's using the door? Apparently he can open the door from that far away. He's very talented. So what I'm doing now is laying down connectors. This will let me put power in the house. I've tried messing around with the piping system before and I'm just not particularly good at it, so I've given up. But I want to start putting lights in the house. So this is going to help me with that. I'll just slap that here, put this on. Kind of do that. There we go. Okay. Power everywhere. What kind of music do I listen to? So I like a lot of different kinds of music. I pretty much like anything that isn't country. Cal is big on the various kinds of metal, and I tend to like metal music, but metal vocals make my throat hurt. Like even just listening to them. But I know he does a lot of his own stuff with that, which I think is pretty cool. But otherwise, I like music in general. I don't tend to listen to a lot of things that like normal people listen to. So I sound like a person who doesn't know a lot about music. But I listen to mostly like I like rap, but I listen to a lot of the stuff by like the Reach Records guys that are like more Christian rap artists like Lecrae, KB, Andy Mineo. I have stuff by Gavi I really like. They have a lot of cool stuff like that, but I like folk music. I just don't like country. I like my friend texted me earlier, said she was gonna go to a Need to Breathe concert. I really like Need to Breathe. That kind of stuff. Can you kind of like tell me what's about? Because I really have no idea what AIM is and what they like to get you to do in this game. Oh, in Stray. I don't really know a lot about it. You're just like a cyberpunk cat. Nordic folk music. I like Nordic things, so that's pretty cool. Alan Jackson. My brother-in-law just saw Flame live, who's a Christian. I've heard of Flame. That's pretty cool. Hey, no problem. Feel free to share what you like listening to as well. Welcome, Eric. I'm doing well. How are you? We're just working on our, oh, they both assigned themselves to food. Perfect. We're working on our place here. So I want to get some lights up. Since they're sleeping in here, I don't want anything, like, intense. But I do want some lighting in here. I think we could probably put some of the more, like, intense lighting here. We're going to hang a ceiling fan from the rug. I think that's going to work really well. And that'll get airflow going. And then that way we can put lighting over here. And then it's not directly above anybody who's trying to sleep, but, like, you can kind of see in here. I think that's good. We should get some lighting over by the stairs. I don't know how much my connectors are gonna work. They're not, so I'm gonna have to get some wiring in here fixed, which is fine. I'm unbothered by that. I had a feeling that would be something I would need to do. And I can put some beds over here too. I wasn't going to. I was gonna make this like a seating area, but I think I could put beds there. Oh, this is one of my mini homes. We just got started on where are we? Spectacle Island. I'm assuming you're familiar with Fallout if you found the stream, but if you're not, I can explain a little bit more about what's going on. But we're just getting started building here. Actually, never heard of Christian rap, only gospel music and a few English songs. There's a lot of good stuff. It started to take off more, but it's one of those things where people either like assumed Christians couldn't like rap, or like you have Christian rap artists, but they're like dorky as frick. And they're really not that fun to listen to. But just in the last like 10 years or so, there's been a rise of some really good people. And I just like it because besides the faith aspect, I like, you know, it's not about, you know, bragging about cars and women and violence and all that crap. Like, it's like actually about stuff. And, like, it's not, there's not language in there you have to be worried about listening to in public and stuff. So, there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's an Irish band I really like called Ren Collective. There's a lot of really interesting sounds out there. Just walked past the comic shelf and realized how far behind you are with Crimson. I haven't even started the Crimson Reign event, so you're definitely further than me. I have to get caught up on, like, the main line and Bounty Hunters so I can read, like, the crossover events, because I really want to get to those. But, like, I got behind because I really wasn't all that together interested in a lot of the other stuff, so, you know, here we are. Oh, there's 100% Christian rap, rhythm, and poetry after all. It's true. It's true. Wonder if there's water left in the container in the smoker PRP. A couple of months behind Star Wars canon comics in general. The only canon comics I'm up to date on are High Republic. I'm even behind on Afro, which makes me sad, but it's because I got cut off by the Bounty Hunters event. I love the Afro comics. I haven't liked the second run as much as I liked the first run, but I've still really been enjoying it. There is Christian music in pretty underground genres, post-black metal, funeral doom. Oh yeah, there's some good stuff out there. And it's in everything. And I'm really excited for it, because we're not in the time where everything has to be, like, the same kind of, like, Sunday school songs. And I like a good Sunday school song, too. But, like, I just don't like everything to sound like that. And we've hit a point where it doesn't have to, and I think that's really nice. Have the Han Solo and Chewbacca comic as well. Yeah, I think I need to just suck it up and, like, pay for Marvel Unlimited or something and get caught up. I'm literally just walking in circles around the island, too. I'd love to listen to a lot of different kinds of music. Recently, you've been listening to lo-fi hip-hop songs, Russian music, oldies, city pop, sometimes classical music. I like just about anything. For me, I also just really care about lyrics, and so a lot of times I'm listening to stuff where, like, I want to make sure I'm putting, like, good vibes in, I guess is the best way to put it. So, like, I'm going to start deciding where I want to put shops, too. So, like, for me, I play a lot of really dark video games. I mean, like, Fallout isn't that bad. But, like, I play a lot of video games that have a lot of really dark, depressing stuff in it. And I watch a lot of shows that do that. So I'm not like, ooh, I can't watch something unless it's, like, 10,000% pure. Like, I've never been that. But, like, music is one thing I've tried to keep to only, like, more either positive thoughts in general or staying something a little bit more faith-based. Just for whatever reason, I've decided, like, okay, I watch and play all this really dark, twisted stuff. I need one thing. One thing to not be kind of twisted. And so music is just what I've decided as that. So music is something where I kind of, like, stay in my lane a little bit more. And then video games, I'm like, let's play games where everything's depressing and terrible. And I don't know why it is that way for me, but it is. I also don't know why I can't play something right here and it's bothering me. What is happening? I read the first half for trade paperback, but waiting for the omnibus to continue. That's completely fair. Carlos, have you tried Nordic Folk? I like to support local comic shops, so you get a lot of the physical issues. I would get physical issues more. I don't necessarily have the space, but honestly, I've gone into digital comics because the guided view has really changed my ability to, like, read comics. Because I've always kind of struggled with, which panel am I supposed to read next? I don't understand. Like, I get very easily confused about what I'm supposed to be reading and when. Let's see, can I lift everything up slightly? I want to make this so I can walk under it. So as much as I totally am for supporting local comic shops, I honestly need the guided view. If I don't have the guided view, I really struggle. I really want to be able to walk under here. Okay, I can walk under here. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. So this is where I'm gonna put my shops. I wonder if I can... I'm already gonna have to put stairs here, so maybe I can lift it up a little bit more. Since I have to put stairs on anyway, and that'll just make this a little bit easier. I'm not familiar with it, nor means, but I'll give it a try. Yeah, I get you. You stream, for example, and my respite is from all the bad stuff happening. Exactly. I have... it's Star Wars only. Like, I've read a couple of Star Wars mangas that exist. I watched the Star Wars Visions anime show that came out. I'm not the... Just personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the art aesthetic from most Eastern animations. And it's not like, oh, it looks bad. Like, I have a lot of respect for people who can draw like that and make that kind of thing. It's just not something that I'm as into personally. So I haven't gotten into, like, a lot of those shows and stuff. If Gina's still here, she watches a lot of shows and reads a lot of mangas. But it's been one of those things that I just never quite got into. It's probably something where if somebody gave me, like, a really specific one, I would probably, like, really enjoy specific ones. It's just never been something I've gotten in. Now, I've watched Avatar, but Avatar is kind of, like, westernized Eastern animation, right? Like, it doesn't super count, even though it's kind of similar. I'm pretty certain you could sell comics in Lego for profit. Definitely Lego. Could the original soundtrack of The Northman be considered Nordic music? Could you really enjoy that? There's some pretty good Nordic folk music. You like a lot of the Slavic and Celtic stuff. Perfectly valid reason. Dislike certain aspects of it, but there's few gems. Yeah, and I'm sure there are specific ones that I would like. Or, like, even with Star Wars Visions, which was the special miniseries they did on Disney Plus a ways back, there were specific ones that I was like, you know, I kind of like this, or like, I can kind of get into this animation a little bit better. So I'm sure there would be specific things that I would like. It's just a matter of taking the time to figure out what those would be. Okay. So, cool. We can get up on this side, and then I can... It's a little tricky, but I can walk under here. Nope, I can't walk under here anymore. I could, and then I added the other row. So, oh well, I can't walk under here. Where were the fences? Here's the fences. Okay, so we're gonna start by putting these down here so I don't forget that I can't walk under here. This is gonna be the Jess, don't forget, you can't walk under here fence. It's going to be very important that I remember that I can't do it. Just traditional folk music in general. Avatar has some anime inspiration, but it's a Western cartoon, yeah. Yeah. Because I know some people who will be like, do you like anime? I'm like, I like Avatar. Well, it doesn't super count, but okay. I mean, I think it's probably been an entry point that got a lot of people in the West interested in anime, or be like, hey, I really like this. Well, if you like this, maybe you should try this other thing. Okay. You know, like that kind of a thing. But it doesn't really count. It's just a good gateway. So this is going to be the shopping bridge. That's what this is. Oh, I saw somebody walking around up there. That's my two farmers. Welcome to the shopping bridge. Divisa is a good kind of modern, epic, Slavic folk music. Again, Cal knows like everything music. So he's your guy. If you ever want to talk about such things. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the shops down because there's no reason not to. And then we'll be kind of ready to go as the population comes in. The other thing I could do is maybe put a roof over it, but I don't think I really need that. Unless... Let me think about this for a second. We have the regular picket fences. Could have put some of this stuff in too. What are these? Oh, this stuff's cool. Yeah, the junk fences. Because the other thing I can do is... should be able to... Can I snap these in? Doesn't look like I can snap these in. That's fine. I was trying to think of, like, I don't want to use walls, but I wish there were, like, poles I could use. These are pretty cool. So I could hang, like, do more rugs along the top. But I don't know if I actually have such things. I could use the, these things terrify me. We're not using any of those. But some of the stuff, we could use the spiked pole. Yeah, see, this is pretty generic. Like, I could set up some of these tents. Even though they're raider things, they still look cool. Like, I could put these over our marketplace. Or just do... Where was the generic spiked pole that didn't have anything on it? This one? Like, I could use this and put those rugs on it. But I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that after I put the stores in. So let's use the... For some of these, I use the smaller counters, and some of these I use the bigger ones. I like to use the bigger counters for general, because then I get a better selection of junk. Armor, I never buy armor from here, so a lot of times I'll just use the second one so that it's smaller. Although I think I'll have room for 3 big ones on either side, so let's just do that. Armor. Weapons is one I always like to have the big ones for, because then I can buy better ammo. So like stands, and then on this side. A lot of times I like to put the bar somewhere else, but we're not going to do that here. You can see there I have 102,000 caps. So we're doing good on caps here. Mostly doing black vote and metal, but radiating from there. Plus I have a penchant for indie. Cal likes a lot of things. Only if you do Slavic music, Nordic is the Witcher 3 soundtrack. Are definitely closer to Slavic folk. Food and drink. Clinic right next to the food and drink in case you ate something that was bad. And then clothing. No, don't face the wrong way. Store. There we go. There. This is pretty nice. So you can just like walk down and there's a bunch of shops. I like this. This is good. Let me quick hop out of here really quick so I can quick save. I like the dedication you put on the settlement building, Jess. It used to be that way at some point. I just throw a bunch of beds and crops and water in the exact same spot, call it a day. Well, I feel like if you're trying to get to something specific, like, that's kind of what you gotta do. I tend to do a lot of the settlement building off stream just because it's something where I can play the game and not really worry about if you guys see it or not. But I thought it'd be fun to take a day where we build some stuff together on stream. Skyrim's soundtrack is more influenced by Nordic and general Germanic folk music, obviously more modern music. Really like those combat music Witcher hyping up. I've heard Witcher is a really good soundtrack. Hey Han, how are ya? He looks so good in his suit. I like the shoes. Alright, now I can't do much more with this because I don't have the people. I'm definitely gonna have to put up defenses because of, like, I have a lot of power here and a lot of water here. The problem is that I don't know where attacks will come from, so I don't know the best place to put something. Okay, this is gonna get a little tricky. Okay, what is, like, the least scary looking? This looks like a pole that doesn't really have anything bad on it, so we're gonna do that. So we'll stick that in. Do I want to do that or do I want to just use these? I think I'll just use these. I was gonna like build my own and I might still, but I think we can just use these. This will work. The problem is it seems to be floating in the air and I'm not. Like, if I stick this down, is it floating in the air? It is floating in the air. Because that one isn't. So, like, can I not lower it? See, it's meant to stand on something that's not even. Not what I'm doing here. Can I stick the post through the stores? Will that solve my problem? No. Okay, we're actually gonna not use that then. So we'll put this back in. See, and that one's going through. Now, my next question is, will it let me put a rug? If I take one of these bigger ones that I like, can I hang the rug from this? See, I'm trying to do something and I don't even know if it's possible. I have a backup idea if this doesn't work. So let's just try putting like 4 of these down. And something that looks broadly like it'll work. Pop out here, go back to decorations, floor coverings. Oh, nope, I spread these out too far, so that's not gonna work. This is pretty big, will this work? Okay. No, I spread these out too far, so that's my own fault. That. We'll overcompensate and then go from there. Skyrim's past to present is your favorite song. It's a good ambience piece. Early melodic vibe, like down spectrum, and good early night. Just going in on the music. I love it. We have a very eclectic mix of discussions here, and it makes me happy. Alright. Okay, so we're definitely in here. Okay, I still made it a little bit far apart, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, let's try moving these a little bit closer. Thought I was overcompensating, and I wasn't! This, okay, derp. Okay, this is clearly in all 4. And it's not working. Okay, so this won't work. So I have a new plan. I like roofs over stores, and I think it would make a nice atmosphere. We're having a little bit of an issue. Cal does. He really does. Have a good one, JR. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you dropping by. I hope you have a good day. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put... we're going to go back in here and we're going to use one of the tall walls again. I don't really care which wall because it's not going to stay here. But my plan is we're going to trick the physics. Or actually... Hold on, I take that back. I have an idea. Another idea. A different idea than the last time I said I have an idea. It just scared the crap out of me. A bunch of stuff on my shelf just fell. So let's do this. And this. So then we're putting walls in. The reason why you won't snap. So we're putting walls in, but they'll like... Particular reason why you're not snapping. There we go. I'll have to move these slightly because they're not lined up. Can't just do E. Because it will grab the entire floor. So I gotta try to do this. But this will kind of work because then... Go back to snapping, please. I know you have it within you. So then it's just like, you're basically making columns at this point. And I like that. So this is still an entirely different plan from the last time I said I had a plan. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's pulled away from the wall a little bit more than I wanted. Let's see if I can get this to work well on the other side. Welcome back, Kathleen. We are still setting up shop here. Quite literally, actually. We are setting up the shops. So I want to try to get this to line up as well as possible. I appreciate that there's a grab everything mode in this game. I just wish that it let me select a couple of things at a time too, but here we are. Okay. And then try to get this to connect. There we go. And let's have a look at it. How would we do? Oh, that's gonna be almost perfect. I think. That to snap. Come on, baby. Snap. Snap. Okay, that one's kind of going off the edge a little bit, but I don't know that I care that much, because that is pretty good. And that's just because I stayed away from the edge there. I want to try to make this one better. Store. Come on, baby. Work with me. Ah, too far away. Alright. So it won't let me go right up to the edge. I might have been able to do it if I didn't put the fencing up first. That's probably what I should have done. Actually, let's test that theory. If I take that balcony off, and then I move this, will it snap? If I take a couple of these off, will it snap? It will! Okay. Then I was making this harder on myself for no reason whatsoever. So we're going to take these down. I should be able to put them back up. And this is just going to make my life so much easier. It'd be so much helpful if I thought things through. But you know, why would you ever think things through? That's not fun. third person just showed up. Excellent. Stop, game. We are going to assign Mr. Third Person over here. Or is it Miss Third Person? You are going to run our bar, because that will make people happier, and the happier people are, the more people are going to be here. There we go. No more unemployment for you. Okay. Crackle pot. What? So you're reading the wiki, and you just found out there's a unique rifle in Far Harbor you never knew about before, even though you've been through the game 3 times. That's awesome. The spray and pray gun with rad damage? Oh boy. That sounds like one of the best things ever. I will be on the lookout for such things. Did I do this right? Nope, I definitely didn't. I 0% did this right. There we go. Come on, there we go. And then we go back to here. Do this, and then we go back to here. This fits so much better. I wish I would have been smart from the beginning. Okay, and then... Derp. Boop. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is fun. This is fun for me. I wonder, do we have anything good on the radio? Did we finish with the... Alright. Now what kind of cool roofing situation could we create? I like these with the grating. That's from a long time ago, Travis. We could use the glass, that's kind of cool. I don't know what structure gives me this piece, but I would love to have more of that piece. Planning's for boring losers, YB. I mean, it's basically something I've said. Yep, if you get the nuclear physicist, demolition expert, commando, and mass Mr. Sandman perks, and you put a silencer on it, it's quite a thing, apparently. Interesting. I have some of those. I don't think I've done any of the Mr. Sandman perks, but other than that, I think I've invested in a lot of those. I'll have to check here in a second. I would really like some of this shaped roof, but I don't think it's working. Okay, well, that's fine. So let's go... What's an interesting roof? These are kind of interesting. But they're not going to fit right. Alright, so we'll just have to make a choice here when it comes to the roofs. Alright, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna figure out something else for the middle, but I like this on the edges. This guy's just standing there like, no one wants to buy my drinks. I would still like to put the rugs there if I could, because it would make like a really neat canopy. But I don't know if it'll let me do that. But we're gonna try it. Just because even though I did this for the lulz over there, I thought it was kind of cool. But I might have to do... I think there's another way I might be able to get this to work. I think what I can do is I can go to structures, warehouse, and we'll actually do floors instead. And we'll do like half pieces. Or even actually, I like it with this. Will the floor pieces connect to the roof pieces? No. Why would they? Why would we want something like that to work? Do I have small roof pieces? I don't think so. What about this? I just want something that feels a little bit more open air down the middle. This doesn't seem to want to do that. I just don't know how some... Oh! Well, hey! Maybe I'll get to use some of these cool pieces after all. Okay, this wasn't what I was planning. But... Actually, hold on. Put this one there. Do that, and we'll put like 2 of these in. That looks kind of cool. I like this. It's pretty open air. It's one of the better stores I've made. Let's go back to... It was in wood, miscellaneous, and find those wall pieces. Okay, so can I put these on? Now that I've put the walls up. Yes, but they're not gonna go everywhere, which is a little bit irritating. What about this? See, like, they snap, but I can't also put them here. Which is a little annoying. What's a disc? Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll start here and then I'll see what I can't figure out. The next thing we're gonna have to figure out too is defense. Because I can't leave this place. Justice wants the 80s mall canopy lighting. I do. Well, since you don't sneak, like, at all, you can probably skip it. I don't know what's ever given you the impression that I am not a stealth-based player. Stealth, you know, if no one is alive to say they have seen you, I think that counts as stealth. Personally. Stealth is just leaving no witnesses. It is not related to being spotted in any way, shape, or form. Why can't I make this work? Okay, we're gonna cheese it a little. How bad does that look? That doesn't look bad at all. Perfect. So we'll be a little imperfect, and that's gonna be okay. I like this one too. What I like about this one is it feels like it's the only one that's like actually made for Fallout. I don't know how well you can actually hear the music as I commentate on it, but you know. I realized you weren't a stealth player when you took 2 missile turret shots to the face consecutively in Nuka World. It took you that long to realize I'm not a stealth player. You know, look. How was I supposed to know I can't take 2 missile shots to the face? Unless I tried. You're a slow learner. You and Anakin. Oh, that's funny. See, it's funny because sometimes it's like, yeah, this will work, and then sometimes it's like, nah, you can't do the exact same thing you did over there. Why would you want to do the exact same thing you've already done? That's silly. That's not what we just listened to. I don't think Travis knows what song titles are. Okay. Can I put these on the outside?
The latest news update. Commonwealth. This one. Green Tech building long known as the University was recently assaulted by an unknown group.
Alright. I don't know what the green tech building is, but it's probably something I attacked. Okay, that looks... This is the only one that looks not quite right, I think.
Those guys meant business. There are rumors saying now I know they come up every time something bad or unexplained happens.
Come on.
But in this case, even I have to admit, it's hard to not suspect they were involved.
Come on, baby.
Conclusion, but
I just want it to look good. I just want this to work.
this time, there's no reason to suspect our city is in danger. So
Okay. It's probably gonna have to be close enough. It's not great, but whatever. But it worked over here, so I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to understand. Okay, so next thing we gotta do is defense. We can't leave this place undefended. It'll be interesting if we ever do Ghost Recon co-op, because you're very sub. That would actually be really entertaining. Cal, if we did that, would you be willing to stream it with your voice on this stream? We all have a role to play chess. You can be live bait. I'm excellent at live bait. Okay. See, the thing with the defense is I just don't know. I don't know where we get attacked from. What are the odds that I've magically gained more dog food since the last time I looked? I've not magically gained more dog food since the last time I looked. Okay. It would have been nice if I did. I really want to get a beta wave emitter, like, badly. And I need Animal Friend and Wasteland Whisperer to get it. And so that's probably something I'm going to be going. Should we be willing to do that? Heck yeah. It's been going down to $10 lately. So I'm pretty close to feeling like buying it, to be honest. But say I want to get a beta wave emitter and then get a Deathclaw cage and have a pet Deathclaw. I like how you can, like, get these bees. Alright. Rat cage, mutant hound cage. I get mutant hounds in the dog cage all the time, so I just don't think that's particularly fair. Okay, defense. I don't have all... Well, now see, I have a bazillion aluminum, so I don't know what this thing does. I feel like they're not gonna run up here. But I think at this point I'm also largely just going to put these down so I can be like, see, look, I have all these turrets. Don't attack. But I'm also thinking that it's probably going to be mostly Mirelurks that are hitting you. So, like, I don't know where the raiders would come from. So the plan is I'm going to drop one of these here. And that way I can connect wire, connect wire, and then hopefully I can run this wire to here. I sure can. So now we have some defense going. Not this. I want connectors. So I should be able to do that. It's probably kind of a waste, but I have enough parts, so I'm not that worried about it. See, I haven't made slant houses like that. I kind of want to, because they're pretty. I'm still working on it. I found this amazing video today of a guy who, like, made the most amazing looking sanctuary build I've ever seen, and he claims he did it without mods. I guess there's some sort of exploit where you can store more stuff in a settlement and get more build space. And he was able to do it. I don't know, it just looked really cool. Alright, and then we're gonna do some street lights here. like this, and this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a wire, and then move this, and I do that because it lets me know how far I can stretch one of these, which can stretch about as far as I wanted it to, which is great news for me. We're going to pretend that's not floating, basically. I think the other thing I can do, though, to make that work a little bit better is we'll move this down a little. And because I moved that a smidge, I can now move this a smidge. It'll look... Let's see if I could get it that far, it would look significantly better. But I'm now moving this to a point where it's not going to look good, so I don't know. Everything's give and take in this life. Fallout teaches you that lesson the most, more than anything, really. Okay, that works, that's fine. Defense. Again, I don't, because I have not been here when I've been attacked, I don't really know where things are gonna spawn. But these just seem like logical places to put turrets. And I think if I just have a lot going here, there's no reason to run another wire from there to there, but I'm gonna do it because I like symmetry. There we go. That's neat. That's nice. Keeps the store kind of safe. I think while you said Wildlands is more like Clear and Present Danger meets GTA, whereas Breakpoint is more like if Michael Crichton helped write a Far Cry game. I think you've told me I'd like Breakpoint more, but Wildlands is the one that I've had on my wish list. They're both co-op, right? I can't remember why I picked Wildlands. I don't know if that was just the one I had. Or what? Okay, we have power going around the house, so I can put some turrets up by the house too. I just wish I knew what I needed to defend from where, but that's okay. I don't really need a spotlight. Shotgun turret. Heavy laser turret. And then what I'm gonna do is go back to power. This has been hurting me. I keep getting all these gamer injuries that are so embarrassing. Like, my wrist hurts because I've been playing games too much. Ugh. Can I run this to here, or am I gonna need... Oh, I can? I can! Excellent. Alright, we got defense up to 95, so we're doing pretty good. Wildlands is a bit more grounded. It takes place in rural Bolivia after a cartel has basically taken over the region. Gotcha. I mean, like, I'd pretty much be playing it to play a game with you, so if like they both are kind of the same and there's one you would enjoy more or one you would think would just make a difference for me, I'll take your word for it. That's nice. There's just a skeleton there. I mean, because why not? Rubber. We don't need this fence. I want to eventually get a big conveyor belt system going here, because I haven't really played around with the conveyor belt system yet, and I'd really like to. And this just seems like a space where I have a lot of room to do that. That fence is fine. This guy is dead in here. We'll recycle this. I'm going to recycle this, because you can't use it anyway. And there we go. Contents taken to workbench. So, like, this is a nice little spot, right? I'm going to keep that tree there. But we can take these trees down. But, like, this would also be, like, a good little bed area. This would be, like, a good little watchtower kind of spot. I think the other thing is is. So we have 20 power coming from the generator that's over here. And I don't know how much it takes. Alright, so let's see. John is just really... Okay. Well, you know what, John? If you're gonna sit here... Have a seat. If you really feel like sitting up here. Okay, so this takes an amount of power. This is already using some power. Corn. I don't know if that stuff generates food, but I don't want my people on food duty coming like all the way over here. But I think the other thing I can do is put some turrets here. I just don't know. I'll put some stuff down. Clamped items were stored in the workbench. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize there was stuff attached to it. Clamped item. What am I storing in the workbench? Let's go look at this workbench. I'm very curious what we've thrown in it. Wildlands would probably be a better place to start. Though I will say, it's pretty... that's fine. I play games with some pretty dark stuff in it. Mechanically, Breakpoint has more features, but some things in Wildlands are set up in Breakpoint. Some things in Wildlands are set up in Breakpoint? Or you mean some things in Breakpoint are set up in Wildlands? Wildlands has more varied environments. Oh, wrong button. Transfer. Oh, I'll take that stuff. That's nice. Trying to figure out, like... Oh, I'll take the bobby pins. Interesting. Okay. Summer shorts. Good to have. Look at that. Look at that over there. Looking so awesome and good. Wildlands sets up Breakpoint. Okay. Yeah. In that case, I'm good with starting with Wildlands. Maybe that's why I had that one there. Okay, so let's go... Why does this not have power now? Oh, that was the connected items. Hold on. That makes sense. Hold on. That's funny. The pylons were connected to the trees. Okay. That's why the light suddenly went down. Yeah, okay. We'll fix this. There we go. Okay, there we go. Fix my mistake. How long can a cigarette be? Don't smoke, kids. Even if the jingles are catchy. Okay, so we have enough power here. Shotgun turret. There we go. So now the defense is up pretty high. Two things you can do in Wildlands you cannot do in Breakpoint are blow up cocaine, interesting, and pistol whip human traffickers. Well, those both sound like exciting things, so... Alright. And it's been almost 3 hours of just building here. I'm happy this has apparently been moderately interesting for people. Alright, I think what I'm going to do here is we'll drop some of these guys down that don't need power. Because then I don't have to worry about wiring. And we can just kind of stick these here. And then we'll go over by this ship and put some of them in too, I think. Yeah, that's what happened, is some of these things were connected to the trees. Okay. Gotta be careful taking the trees down then. I like this little area. It's a cute little spot, even though there's a dead person. But I might make this another... If it wasn't for, like, the dead bodies, I would probably make this a little space, too. Got the cooking station over here. Which, honestly, I will probably put a cooking station back closer to also, but this is just a nice little spot. If I destroy this, will it destroy the pathway? Nope. So I'm gonna go into turrets, and we're gonna drop some of these here. So what I'm hoping for is largely this place just generally won't get attacked because its defense is gonna be high. It's gonna, however that algorithm works, is gonna pick other places. But I am just kind of concerned if Mirelurks decide they want to start respawning, because like when I came back, one of them had. Oh, these don't take aluminum? I don't know why I was thinking they did. But I'm just basically gonna slap a bunch of these down in random places. Because I have... What do you mean I have 0 beds? Okay, this thing just got a little drunk. I'll go take care of that. But, like, I can build a buttload of these, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And that'll help keep a lot of this area safe. Look, you can see the glowing sea. Ah, there's my beds. Okay. They just glitched out for a second. Queensland fan, hello! Welcome. Good to see you from Australia. It must be tomorrow there by now, yeah? Hope you're doing well. We have spent 3 hours putting Spectacle Island together so far. So I unlocked it off stream before, and then we've been doing stuff on here. I like it a lot so far. I'm going through Fallout for the first time. So I have a fair amount of places already. But yeah, I've really been liking it. I'm waiting to get more people in so I can do a little bit more, but like, oh, I wanna get some lights in here. But if I want to get lights in here, that means I'm gonna need connectors. But we've just been kind of putting stuff together. It's been a good time. Let's do this instead. Come on, baby. Connect. I believe in you. There we go. Yeah, these are the 2 connectors I accidentally trashed. I got this. I got this. I'll do that. And then it might not make it, but we're gonna try. Hey, it works. Excellent. Probably will not work on the other side. If I had to wager. Oh, wow! Okay, range is better than I thought it was. It doesn't work there. Okay. We will do something about that. But no, I've really liked Spectacle Island so far. I think it's pretty neat. I've been enjoying the game as a whole quite a bit too. I've gotten a lot more into settlement building than I thought I would. I'm not usually that big of a fan of like crafting and planning and stuff, but like just the kind of chaotic nature of a lot of this has been really fun for me. Come on. Oh, not gonna work. Okay, but that will work. There to there. And That's still not gonna fit, which I knew would be a thing. But that's okay, because it's gonna set up my ability to run these along this side. Let's do this. Can I move this one? Sure can. Come on. Come on. I believe in you, little connector. I believe in you, little connector. I saw it. I saw it. It existed. Got it. I could fit a whole city on the island. I'm really hoping that I end up being able to build a lot and it's not gonna like cut me off with the size limiter. But like, I would love it. At some point I need to put more points into charisma so I can get more people in the settlements. Although at this point too, I get frustrated because I don't have enough jobs for them to do things. Ah, got it. Okay. Just for good measure though, let's slap one over here. I like that. Okay, let's put some more lights on the ceiling. I like this little structure. Do you have any particular, like, Spectacle Island tips? Like, is there something, like, common problems people have building where you like, oh, this is the best way to fix something pro tip I have? I'll show you what I've done so far. I really haven't done much over there, to be completely honest with you. I don't know where they're walking to, exactly. But they're walking over there. So that's nice. Here, I haven't really done anything with this part of the house. You can glitch to bypass the limit, but though that invites lag. Gotcha. I've heard of it's something where like you can like drop a bunch of weapons and store them or something. I haven't tried doing it yet. I haven't done anything down there, but what I've done with the house is I boarded up that wall. I just put that in there to have them have something. But then we can come up here, and I've kind of fixed the house up here a bit. So this is all kind of closed in, and where I'm going to put a lot of the beds if I can. And then this is still kind of open air. So this is kind of what I got going so far. This was a pain in the butt to cover up, but we got it. And this is just rugs. We have ceiling fans hanging from rugs. That's fun. I don't want to put too much light in here because I don't want people to like have a hard time sleeping. Let me cover this up. Hoping to do something here, but it's not actually wide enough, I think, to... I should be able to fit a wall here. It just annoys me that none of the wall pieces will go there.
That was Big Maybell. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And when you're as big as Maybell is, there's a whole lot of shaking.
See, like, this is trying to snap out there on something. But it won't let me put anything here. So I'm just like, well, whoever sleeps here is just gonna be getting a sore throat every day. I wonder if I can put it in from outside.
Well, I know Harris and Grandma may have had a gambling problem, but we all win because
Like, can I attach from outside? Nope. See, I'm trying to get that fixed, and it won't let me for whatever reason. Can I put a half wall on there? I don't think so. Yeah, it's just all stuff that wants to stick out. So at some point I'm going to figure out how to solve that. Maybe if I put the wall decorations on from outside. Nah. He's not working. So I want to give them more things to do. So I was like, over here is a good exercise zone, maybe. Oh, you guys can walk through there. Okay. I wasn't sure if they could. But they can, so that's cool. I was hoping this would work, but I must not have power wrapped around. I will fix that momentarily. Till then, we'll at least put these up. No, it's furniture, miscellaneous for the exercise equipment. I think, yeah. This looks like a very safe place to pommel horse. I think it's fine. There we go. So like they can come in here and like exercise a bit. I was gonna block this off, but if they can actually walk in here, that's pretty cool. And then I think I'll leave this all alone because right now with my charisma stat, I can get about 23 people in a settlement. So I want to see just how many beds I can get going up here. But first, actually, I want to get power to those lights that I added because I want to put power through the house too. So I think I was running power here. I was. Can I get this closer to the corner? I can. So, yeah. Boop. Boop. Yep, and that connected some of the lights. Oh, that's right, I had those lights up there too that I never fixed. Forgot about those. There we go. I think lighting from below will help too, because the light bleeds through, so it will light the upstairs in a way where I'll still be able to see around. But it won't be super bright. Excellent. Oh yeah, and these are wall pieces I put in too. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm a big fan of the ceiling fan. I can't lie, I definitely way overuse it, but like man, we're out in the middle of nowhere. You would want air circulation. You just would. There we go. Perfect. And so then I could put some beds in here too if I needed to. I'd rather put something else here, but I'm going to see if I need beds. There are ways to glitch to have wireless conducts, but again, you invite game crashes. Yeah, and I'm not that worried about it. If I was that worried about it, I would just get mods. Which I will do. We don't need that. It makes it a little too intense. Like, I will eventually play with mods. I'm just doing mod lists for my first time through. Beds. Let's get some more beds going in here. I should be able to put this one here. Right? So, like, I can walk through here. Okay, if I can walk through here, they can get in there. Bed. And then we'll turn the head this way. And then that should work. They should be able to get in there still. Or whatever. You can't really walk through here because of the floor, so this is just more of like, I guess you can walk through here, but I don't necessarily, again, want to put beds here, but I will. So I could put one here, but would I be better off? Might be better off doing this. I might be better off here. I can fit two if I use this. Well, it just looks weird. Travis, that is such old news. That was so many streams ago. Okay, whatever. So what are we at? 9 beds. We can fit more through here, though. I might want to put a railing there. And I might not want to put these lights here because that just feels very bright. I can smell food being cooked in the other room. It's making me very hungry. There's that. Let's see about... fences. Picket fences in the house? I mean, why not? You know, why not? Just because we're in the wasteland doesn't mean we can't have safety. You know? Excellent. Okay. This is wide open. I might actually close that off. We're gonna do my classic. The Bureau classic. I saw you being green. Come on. Okay, fine. Don't. Okay, mind. Maybe I won't do the Bureau classic. Let's go back to walls. There we go. That works for me. You can tell that I don't care a lot about making everything match. Alright, then beds. Fit one. See, I could put a bed there, but that'll block, like, the way you can get in. So what if I did this? So then we can still walk in here. Yep. So we're up to 12 beds. We're definitely gonna have to put some downstairs, which is fine. I mean, I could also, I could always build another building, and I'm aware of that. But the point is that I want to try to, just as a personal challenge, I try to use the buildings that are here as much as I can, just because it's fun. But when you ask for tips, I decorated a high-rise hotel with loose junk. It all fell to the ground before a building spawned in. Wow. That's trippy. Can everyone walk around here pretty smooth? Yeah. They'll be fine. 14 beds. It's definitely a little not organized up here. The OCD decorator. OC decorator. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with the settlement mods when I play again. Definitely. Let's actually move this up. Okay, so we're up to 15 beds up here. It's a little crowded. If I didn't angle this, because I don't think I really need to. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Get a little stuck there. But I can also do this. Yeah. That's all easily accessible. Okay, cool. So we have 15 beds up here. That person's gonna have light on their face when they sleep, but that's okay. And then down here, this room will definitely host some beds. And like, I'm trying to get it to 23 because that's what I can reach with my current charisma level. And then that way I don't have to worry about figuring out where the other beds are gonna go, and I can just say this is like set. That's quite a few more beds in here yet to go. So that may... like I said, I can easily build other lodgings. It's not a problem. So I'd want 5 more beds somewhere. So maybe I just build another set somewhere. There's places for it. We'll leave it alone. It'll be a while before I have more than 18 people here. Hey, JR. I have been to Nuka World in Fallout 4. I have not done Far Harbor yet, but I have completed Nuka World. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. I don't know that it would be a bad thing to put like another set of like living quarters over here, just because then people would be kind of closer if I did anything over here. And I only need 5 more beds, so it wouldn't have to be a particularly large structure. Way back home. I could have some people live in those things, to be honest. I don't know that I want to do that, but like I could. I think I already cleared out. Yeah, I cleared out a lot of this. I could very much have people live in here, though. I don't want to. I'd rather keep everybody living closer. I kind of want to have the town area and then have like the area over there for like the stuff I'm doing. I could stick people on the boat. This is where the Mirelurks respawned. Let's do here. I think that would be nice. We can just build like a little space here. With that concrete. Like I said, it doesn't need to be very big because I just need room for 5 beds. Right? Yeah. You could have a lot of fun with those. I mean, like, I probably could fit 5 beds even just in this. I would think. Let's actually put the beds down. Like, there'd be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This might be a little cramped. Let's do... Oh, I know what I can do to make it work, though. To give it room. Would be in walls. We would use these pieces. That'll give me room for everything. Because it makes it like just that little bit bigger. In fact, now it's probably a little bigger even than it needs to be, but that's okay. Find some corner pieces. Boop. 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 Half floors. Boop. No.
Your friend Travis here has yet to learn what this thing is for, but I can tell you.
Oh, is he talking about the thing I made to get to the Institute?
The wackiest version I've heard so far is that this thing is supposed to somehow contact the Institute.
Yeah, he's talking about the thing I made for the Institute. That's funny. I haven't heard this one yet.
But if it's true, and whoever's building it can hear me, put down the red thread. It'll only end that.
Too late, Travis.
Knows what that thing does. Comes through the red thread miles.
There we go. This is a nice little space.
Not tap your foot along this one, I dare you. It's uranium rock platform thing.
Very nice little space. Door. Beds. Alright, we'll go in here. I like the NBC tone, it makes me smile. I mean, I might even move some of the beds that I have up there into here. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll leave it be. And then there can just be more beds. Now we're at 24, and there's really no reason why I would ever necessarily add more. So I think I could do... I think I'll put in some other furniture here and make it like a nice little space. And then if I ever get more people, then I can just change it up. I think this would be kind of nice. Just make a nice little area for them. Have a little table there. Then I can, again, I can never remember. I think it's in decorations. I can never remember where what lives. Candles. What I was really looking for was a radio. There we go. Nice little spot. Nuke the world, nuke it down. And something cool we can put on the wall. You must be this tall to live here. Okay, made a fully furnished and decorated boathouse with a jetty here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you made. I made. Gotcha. Soaked up the feeling. I feel that. I can show you. I've made a couple of really cool places that I'm pretty proud of, but a lot of them were made before I had a lot of this like extra stuff. I can show you around a little bit because I've been going 3 hours and 20 minutes, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up here soon. But like we have high defense here. There's plenty of food, plenty of water. Happiness is going up. So like we're in pretty good shape. I wonder, do you happen to sell canned dog food?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Hey there.
But I can show you around some of the places I've built.
Let's see what you got.
Here's what I got.
Canned dog food? Come on, baby. Darn it, I want to get more dogs. I will show you where are some of the houses I've built. The castle has a nice one. Man, I'm getting hungry. Wait a minute, I'm in Michigan. So here at the castle, I have my spawn point here. This is my husband, John Hancock. And this is our house. That's from the robots in the ship. I think I look pretty excellent. Oh, the lighthouse is under attack. Well, we can go there in a second. I have a light switch that you can shoot, turn it off and on. It's my little shack for me and my husband. I think I have the power off here right now. Hold on.
What? Celebrating or something?
See, and then you turn the lights on. You got a little excited there. I don't have anything interesting at the lighthouse, but let's go there and help defend it. And then I'll show you it. I built a house at the Slog. I've built a house at the Drive-In. And then I haven't built a house at Sanctuary, but I built a power armor barn. which I thought was pretty fun too. Where else? I have one at Nordhaven Beach. Oh, super mutants. Excellent. Oh, they are really coming in. Hold on. Holy crap. Take this. You are taking a lot of damage. Got him. Oh boy. See, this time they did actually need my help, I think. Gotcha. Don't hit John! Somebody went flying. Keep it together, guys. This is a brutal attack. Oh, I'm gonna have to up the defense here. If these are the kind of attacks I can start expecting. I don't have a lot of action points left. Oof. Why aren't you reloading? Poor Brahmin's trying to help. Come on, get this guy with the big gun down. There we go. That's gonna help a lot. Better not have killed my dog, because I can't get more right now. Wreck this guy. Okay, we're gonna switch. Please tell me one of my settlers. Good job, buddy. Way to pick up that gun. I'm proud of you. Good job, settler. Building is a lot of... It is way more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be something that I was just going to do to get through it, and then I was like, this is actually really fun. Still a lot of fighting going on, apparently. Here's this song again. Get up, John. Come on, buddy.
Big target.
I love that this guy just picked up that gun and started going. That's so great to me. Oh! Good job, doggo.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
Sure as heck did. We're gonna have to do some repairing because most of my turrets got... Oh, I didn't need that gun. That's okay. Most of my turrets got wrecked. I'm carrying too much and cannot run. Well, that's fine. We're gonna be okay. Hey, honey. You will rise, sons and daughters. Okay. Drop. 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 Okay, that's much better. Oops, wrong button. I don't need these things. Alright. Time to get to repairing things. This corn looks not very happy. Okay, you're... I wonder if they're auto-repairing. I do like this song. And they got attacked, like, on all sides. Like, every side. There's clearly a lot more building I could do here, because I'm nowhere near... Okay, so I thought I'd have to do a lot of repair work. It does not look like I needed to, which is good news. But I'm not opposed to putting in more defense. Hey, Ian! Welcome! Probably only going a few more minutes, because I've already been going like 3 hours. But it is lovely to see you here. We're just fortifying one of my places here. Oh, not enough power. Well, we'll go fix that problem too. That's fine. Bombs fade away. I could build a bigger one, like a actual big one, but honestly, I don't know. Do I have the materials to do it? Yeah, let's just do it. So we'll do this. Connect it to this. And that one is going to connect to this. Where be the... This is the Kingsport Lighthouse. Store the wire, and then this. Okay, nothing else should be attached to this generator. Oh, just the smaller generator. Okay. Scrap. Scrap. Okay. Now we have heckin' lot more power. So this is the... What, is it just not connected to everything? What's happening? Oh, yeah. Okay, I missed this one. There we go. Now everything's powered. So this is like down by the docks at the one. Saw the Zeppelin. Not yet in Far Harbor. I want to do Far Harbor soon, but not yet. But yeah, that's just the regular Brotherhood of Steel Zeppelin. I'm so proud of this settler. This settler was really like, this minigun is mine. And I'm in favor of it. Somebody died, because I had 23 people here. Wasn't one of my shop owners, was it? Hope not. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I think we're okay. Happiness is probably down on account of somebody died. This was supposed to be where John and I lived, but, you know. People don't respect my bedroom. I think we're back together here now. I think everything's kosher. I mean, the defense is only 63, so it definitely could be higher. I think it was the power that was holding me back from having more defenses here. So let's just slap some stuff down real quick. Hey, puppy. But I am so freaking hungry. Like, so freaking hungry. Why can't I move all of a sudden? Oh, that's why. Okay. That makes more sense. Burp. Burp. Okay. That's much better. Much better. Just gonna have that many more things shooting at us. That's trying to get me to do the Mechanist storyline here, and I don't know why I have to do the Mechanist storyline here. That feels strange to me, but whatever. So we were shooting at some things down there, so let's go ahead and grab heavy laser turret. Probably just do 2 heavy laser turrets here, honestly. Because it's kind of far away for a shotgun. Oop. And then... boop. Boop. And go a little bit closer, and then this should connect. There we go. Alright, defense is up to 115, so that should make this a little bit better. Ugh. We're doing a little bit better here.
Seems to be growing well. Showed up just in the nick of time.
I sure as heck did. Don't you forget that.
Thanks for your help.
Cool. Feel a little bit better with this place now. Alright, so the only other thing I was going to do is I was going to show off a couple more... Nope, not where I wanted to go. I was going to show off a couple more of my houses for some of the first times that we're here. And then it'd definitely be time to go get real food. Monday should be a Frostpunk stream. For sure. Again, unless some kind of weird thing pops up. I probably won't stream tomorrow because I like to have Sundays to relax, but since I didn't do a stream later in the week like I promised, if I have time, I'll make it up, but I don't want to commit to that. This is again one of my other houses, so we can entertain. And then I made this space for my peeps. So this is the slog. And then the other place that has a house that I really like is the drive-in. To enter and exit the Institute, simply fast travel to and from using the map. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta take this call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got a call from my boss, and that's almost never good news. I do have to go now, because I now have to handle a work situation. But this is one of my other houses, so I'm just going to show this off really quick. And then I'm going to call the stream. But probably not tomorrow, but there's always a chance. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for being here. We had a lot of great people here, and some very interesting characters here. Yeah, I am. I'm about to wrap up, but it's good seeing you all. Thank you all for being here, and I will talk to you later. Bye!